welcome to the first ever podcast on my ADrag TV channel. I am here with, a film producer, director? Is that what you are, Sol?
Not quite director yet, no.
It's not quite got there yet.
Yeah, I've done a bit of that.
I'm going to be doing a Sonic Mania podcast episode, the very first podcast about Sonic Mania, which comes out on the 15th of August. So, I haven't really got a plan for this, but I'll probably go through the Sonic games one by one. So I've sent Sol the Wikipedia link, which I hope he's got. And
yes.
Yeah, so the very... Well, actually, you know what? Let's start off with how we got into Sonic the Hedgehog. I personally got it on the Master System. I don't know what age, but that's the first time I played Sonic. It was on the Master System, not the Mega Drive. What about you? Hello?
Oh, I had it on the Mega Drive, yeah.
So yeah, I started on the Master System before the Mega Drive version, so... so that's interesting.
Wow.
So, the history...
Yeah, no, I remember I got a... I was going to say, I remember I got a Mega Drive second-hand when I was younger, just from someone with just a bag full of games. And I think he had Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Aladdin, The Lion King, Micro Machines, and a load of football games.
Yeah, I've got...
And the Sonic ones were definitely
I had Lion King and
the favourite there. They were the ones I just played.
So yeah, I just remember, I don't know, I must have been about 3 years old when I started. Can't say an exact date, but Sonic the Hedgehog, he was obviously... oh, you're smoking, saying that. Sorry. So Sonic the Hedgehog, he was basically the competitor to Mario. Originally, Sega's mascot was Alex Kidd, but then they realised he was too similar to Mario, so that's how Sonic the Hedgehog came to be. And so in June 1991, according to Wikipedia, Sonic the Hedgehog came out on the Mega Drive first. So now this game, I feel, doesn't get appreciated enough. I think that's the best way of putting it. Like, whenever you ask a Sonic fan, they always put Sonic 1 as the first of the trilogy. And I've never understood that. Like,
everyone always seems to love Sonic 2 the most, and I think the first one's really... I mean, I love all of them, but all the original games, but I mean...
The first one probably has the least amount of flaws to it, maybe? What would you say?
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's more simple than the ones that followed. Obviously, they added in loads of, more ambitious ideas, but I like that. I like that it, from a game design point of view, it's a game where, other than the left and right directions, you're playing it with one button, basically. That's all you need to get through it, and I think that's really impressive. And I mean, that's sort of true of the sequels, but they're a bit more fancy, obviously spin dash and stuff like that.
Well, I know, the spin dash isn't here at this point, but the first Sonic game, I mean, Green Hill Zone is one of the greatest levels ever made. It's just the perfect starting level in any game. It just sets the tone perfectly.
The music in the first one as well. The music in Green Hill Zone's amazing, and the music throughout the first game is...
I always get people...
I mean, I love the music in all of them.
I always get people laughing at me going, Green
Hill
Zone,
the first one especially.
Top 5 Sonic levels, yeah. I'm not joking. That level is a masterpiece. I know it's a bit of a cliched...
it's brilliant. I mean,
Sorry, continue.
Oh, that's it. They keep bringing it back now in every game, but it's brilliant. I mean, it's the art design there, the sort of iconic checkered green, the music... It's just fun to Sonic. You've got all those loop-de-loops and things.
It's very ingrained in pop culture.
It's brilliant.
That level, yeah.
You get a bit of and you really do build up some speed in that level as well. Which one of the big complaints people have about Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, is that it isn't fast enough, and he's a character who's meant to be all about speed.
Yeah, I see that all the time on Reddit. I don't get it. I don't get the complaint.
Yeah, and I don't really buy that as a complaint, to be honest, because the thing with Sonic is speed is it's a reward. If you play well, you go fast. It's not just the standard. But Green Hill Zone, yeah, you do. You go really fast in that level. Like you've got all these bits that kind of propel you, down through loop-de-loops and down hills and stuff.
Yeah, you got the piranha enemies, the blue flying things. What else you got? Those beetle things, I suppose. They're beetle robots.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah.
And Robotnik's end boss.
Yes,
as well,
I'm calling him Robotnik, by the way, not
dangling.
Dr. Eggman. I'm still calling Robotnik to this day. I don't know why, but not Dr. Eggman. Yeah, the first boss.
Yeah.
It's just a wrecking ball. Simple, but it works. It's nothing.
But again, it's so visually iconic and just such a good fun boss. That one. Some of the Sonic bosses are quite hard and stressful, but that one's just really good fun. I can always just load up Green Hill Zone and just play it just to kind of de-stress. It's just good laugh.
Got on my phone. So yeah, I think it's really hard to, knock Green Hill Zone down on negatives. It's really hard. You'd struggle to find bad things about that level, to be honest. So then we move on to Marble Zone. Now this level tends to be the least favourite, one of the least favourites of Sonic 1. It's not that fast, I admit, but it's got
I like it again. I think you've just had the one that's nice and easy and fast, and then it's like the complete opposite of that. It shows you the different side of things that you get in the Sonic game, and suddenly you've got all these puzzles you've got to solve, pushing blocks and stuff. You've got loads of precision jumping you have to do with lava, timing things.
Yeah,
and it's a completely different style of gameplay, but I love that. I love that there's a bit of variety, and again, it's this really great soundtrack, great world that they've created. It's really atmospheric.
I was about to say,
I love it to pieces.
There's a lot of precision platform jumping in this level. You've got, if you don't make that ledge, you fall in the lava, or you have to wait on the block for it to go up and then jump off. I really like that, but it doesn't seem to tick a lot of Sonic fans' boxes. They just see it as like a sort of standard Mario level, but I never really saw it as kind of like a Mario level. And like I said, I appreciate
I really
variety. Variety always gets me points. So, yeah, and the aesthetic's fine. It's in like a temple kind of prison atmosphere. I don't know.
With lava and bats and things. It's good.
And the boss is, Robotnik with like a flame shooter?
Yeah, it's simple enough. They brought that same style of boss back in some of the later games, didn't they? I think. There's another. Which one is it? Where the fire platforms happen again? They pretty much remade it. I can't think which one it was now.
I'll probably get to it eventually, but yeah. It's a significant difficulty step up from Green Hill. So maybe it's the difficulty jump, I don't know. But there's a lot of crushes in the level. But I don't know, I don't really have a problem with it that much. But yeah, it tends to be a least favourite for Sonic fans. Don't know why.
Yeah, it's weirdly...
Sorry, continue.
Yeah, well, it is one of the hardest levels in the whole game. So it's harder than Spring Yard Zone.
Yeah.
Harder than Zone even. So it's weird that they put it second in the game.
Yeah.
Built up to it a bit more. People might not be as upset with it then, but I don't know.
Next up is Spring Yard Zone. Yeah, that's correct. So this is the level that... it's probably one of my least favourites in the game.
Same.
Weirdly enough.
Obviously, it's really iconic, obviously.
But this tends to be the favourite
the one
level.
That started the
this
pinball.
one tends to be the favourite for most Sonic fans, but it's actually probably one of my least favourites.
Yeah, I don't think it's that great, this one. It's just... You're just kind of thrown all over the place. It's a lot harder to actually...
And there's those...
control where you're going, and I mean, it's like a pinball machine, and that's a really cool gimmick, but... I don't know, it just out of all the levels in this game, it's probably my... maybe not quite my least favourite, but it's one of my least favourites.
Depends if we count Final Zone or not, it depends. But...
yeah.
Yeah, it's all right. There's that tower bit, where you have to move left and right up the tower and go down it. That bit's a bit
Yeah.
slow. Yeah, it's like the prototype. They'd make a better pinball level later on, but you can sort of see the starting point.
Yeah.
And they were trying.
This is I think part of why I don't.
Yeah, they were prototyping it basically.
Yeah, I think that's part of why I don't like it that much. Is just the later games did the exact same thing so much better. Like I'd much rather sit down and play Casino Night Zone in the second one or something like that.
Yeah, it's a good level, but it probably it's all right. It's one of the weaker, yeah. So the boss battle is like I don't know, what is it like
it's just
Robonic
a spike
and these blocks and a spike on him. I don't know.
Cork?
Chocolate blocks?
Yeah,
I don't know what the hell they are. It's like these weird brown blocks, and yeah, all you got to do is basically hit him when he comes down and tries to stab you with his spike. It's a pretty simple boss, to be honest.
Yeah, and if you don't do it quick enough, then you'll run out of platforms.
He is
die,
pretty
but
slow.
Yeah, it's really easy boss.
Slow.
One of the easiest in the game.
So level 4 is Labyrinth Zone. Now I fucking love this level. A lot of people have it as one of the worst Sonic levels, but the aesthetic, yep.
No, I love Labyrinth Zone. It's so great.
It always comes up, always. But
I think people just don't like stuff that's hard and challenging.
Yeah, a bit slow.
Because it's a tricky level, and obviously there's the iconic thing of Sonic not being able to swim, and the tension as the countdown begins when he's about to drown. And I think everyone who grew up as a kid playing these games has that music ingrained in their memory.
I always think of Labyrinth Zone. It's like the water zone. My signature water level is Labyrinth Zone. I know most people will probably say like,
but it's great because.
Sorry. Yeah, continue.
I was going to say it's great because it completely changes the style of gameplay as well, because the physics are obviously totally different underwater. So it just completely mixes up the gameplay.
And I also like the spinning spike balls. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I quite like that. And there's that enemy you can't kill until he shoots those spikes out. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a bit annoying.
Yeah. He comes back in.
He does come back later. Yeah.
Starlight. Yeah. Different colour, but yeah.
And yeah, I just love the aesthetic of this level. The music's great.
The music's amazing in this level. Yeah. One of the best bits of Sonic music ever, I think.
It's a hard level done well. That's the best way of summing it up, I think. There's air bubbles. It's not that dickish. It's not really that dickish.
Yeah.
It gives you quite a few air bubbles. You can get crushed, but if you take your time, you should.
I think the aesthetic with the music and the look and everything as well. It's it's quite chill. It feels like a really kind of relaxed, chilled out zone, and it feels like it should be so much more stressful, but it's a really nice design they've got for it.
It's also the Sonic game to introduce like water slides. Sonic level, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like those slides. And if you don't get off it, the screen just keeps scrolling. That's the first level to do it. So, you have to jump off and then hit a button to progress through the game. And then we come up to the boss. Now, this is a unique boss in this game, actually, because you don't actually have to defeat Robotnik. It's literally just a mad rush kind of challenge. Like, if you take too long, you drown. And there's
you have to keep up with the camera, don't you?
Yeah, and because the water's slowly rising, and Robotnik, you don't even have to hit him. You just have to make it to the top.
Yeah.
And you've beaten it. So yeah, it's quite unique boss. And a lot of people hated it for that reason, because, there's a lot of spikes and flame shooters trying to kill you.
Oh yeah, well it's...
But if you take your time...
It's good though, I like it. Yeah.
But if you die there and start again, you have to do it with no rings, so that's where it gets tricky. But if you go on the first time, you have rings. But they put the checkpoint at a point where you can't get any rings again. So yeah, it's significantly harder if you die. So then we come up to one of the more relaxing Sonic levels, Starlight Zone. It's
Yeah.
kind of Green Hill
Again,
Zone
it's one of my least
difficulty-wise.
favourites. This one.
Tends to be a favourite, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy, but it's just a bit boring, this zone, I think, compared to the others. I still like it, but
I think it was.
I'd put this and Spring Yard Zone as my two least favourites, probably.
Yeah, it's just. I don't, like I said, I don't dislike this level. I've got to make that clear. I don't dislike this level. It just,
Oh yeah, I like all of them.
It's basically done as like a breather level, so you've just got through the hard labyrinth zone. We'll throw you an easy level, and then yeah, that's basically why it's there. It's, I don't know if it was placed somewhere else. Maybe it was placed after the Hill Zone originally, but
there are some really dickish, like bottomless pits in this one, though.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
just dotted around.
But this is probably what, the fastest level in the game, would you say?
Yeah, probably.
Because there's quite a lot of steep drops and loops.
All the fans blowing you, and yeah.
And
then you've got the boss at the end. Use that like catapult thing.
Yeah, you have to use the what are they, seesaws, I suppose, or something, and then you have to. Yeah, it's got like a physics. It's kind of like a physics boss. You have to knock yourself into Robotnik. Yeah. And finally, technically it's not the last level, but it could be considered the last level, Scrap Brain Zone. I fucking love this level a lot.
It's brilliant.
It just throws everything at you. It's just a killing machine level, basically. It really wants to kill you.
It's the music, partly, for me. Like, that's one of the biggest parts why I love it so much, is just the atmosphere with the music. It's this kind of almost apocalyptic feel of just like the Earth's being like taken over with industry, and it's basically a theme from Blade Runner.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's
I didn't realise that until
the music.
Yeah, I didn't realise that until like
it's
very recently when I saw Blade Runner. I was like, oh wow, that's
a very dark and dreary kind of level. It's just you start off outside like the factory, I suppose, and then there's like these pig things that throw bombs at you, and there's saws, there's crushers, there's just everything trying to kill you in this level. You know,
I think there's a real. I think there's a real darkness in the Sonic games that kind of people overlook a lot. Like as a kid, you'd read the instruction manual that came with the game,
I can't remember
and that'd tell you all the story.
Yeah.
And it was basically, it said, you know, Robotnik's come and he's basically taken over this planet. He's turning all the things that live on this planet into robots, like basically like robot zombies, practically. Like
is it
completely.
Flickies or something? Is it Flickies or is that later on?
Yeah, that's the birds. Yeah, but it's all the animals, isn't it? They always pop out when you do it, and he's basically taken over the world. And this last level's so kind of dark and grim, and I think it's such a nice counterpoint to all the bright, colourful stuff in the rest of the game.
It really sticks out, and it's just there to make you lose lives, and you better be up for the challenge. That kind of level.
Yeah.
And so then you end up.
It is great. It's just like you say, it's everything. You got swords. You've got flamethrowers,
all the Sonic trademarks,
crushing
all the Sonic
pistons,
all on that level, switches, springs, it's all there. So and then you go into Act 2 and you're inside the, I don't know, Robotnik's factory or something, or industrial area. I'm not sure what the hell it is, but and it's got all these like transport tubes as well. That's Act 2, and and then you get to Robotnik and he's like, I've got you, and it's like a trap, and you fall down into, another labyrinth
Act 3 is really weird.
Another labyrinth.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like it's labyrinth zone, but grey.
Yeah, it's just
and short.
It's just there to piss people off. They're like, we know people hate this level. Let's throw another labyrinth zone.
I've got a question for you, actually. Which path do you take? Do you take the normal one or the secret one?
There's one where you can get out of the level in like 30 seconds. That's the secret one, right? It's like 30 seconds.
You know, you like at the start you have to
You have
jump
to
on a
get
button
down
that,
before the thing,
moves everything, and if you
too long, you can't take it. Yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
just for shits and giggles, I do take the long route. Cause,
yeah.
but yeah, if you take the long route, it does take quite a long time to get out.
That's it. It's a really tough level if you go the proper way.
So yeah, if you didn't like
But
Labyrinth
if you go
Zone,
that
sorry
little
guys,
secret
you've
way,
got
it's
another one.
nice and easy.
Yeah, don't really have any issues with it. You know, there's a quick way out if it really pisses you off, but you know. And then you finally get to the end of the game, which is Final Zone. And the boss, it gives you no rings, but it's easy enough that you wouldn't get too frustrated with it, to be honest. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it, would you say? I mean, all you got to do is
Yeah. I mean, as a kid, I found it hard because you, like you say, get no rings, but I can do it like nearly with my eyes closed nowadays. It's so straightforward.
I mean, I'd literally have to deliberately kill myself if I want to die on that level. Like, I know when the pistons are coming in the middle or whatever they are.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, that's when you've really got to get out of the way and hit Robotnik. And the electric orb things, all you got to do is stand in between, the biggest gap. And that's it. So yeah,
you can go between any of them. You just got to jump when they start coming at you.
So yeah, and then the Chaos Emeralds, do they do anything at this point? Not really, right?
Nah. If you finish a game without them,
Robotnik just
you get a little screen of Robotnik sort of saying, "Yeah, well, I've still got the emeralds, so screw you."
That's really it, right? There's no secrets.
So to complete the game, to 100% complete the game, you've got to get them all. But that's it. It doesn't do anything.
So yeah, Super Sonic hadn't existed at this point, as far as I know. So yeah, so now we come up to probably the most popular Sonic game. I hate to say it, but Sonic 2's always mentioned. And
yeah, I don't get why it's my out of the original trilogy.
Including Sonic
this
and
is
Knuckles,
by far my least favourite. Yeah, if you look at Sonic 3 and Knuckles as the third one, as it was like originally intended.
Yeah.
So out of that, like,
it's weird. Yeah,
this is the worst one if you ask me.
And
it's still a brilliant game.
Even as a kid, I always thought it was the worst one. I haven't changed that opinion.
Because I mean, it's just more of the same from Sonic, but not as iconic. The design's not
is it
quite.
Tails is in it? I don't know. Maybe that's what.
Well, listen, Tails is in it, but he's not. You can't fly when you play as him yet, so he's not like a full-blown Tails like you get in Sonic 3.
No, it's
a longer game, but it's not as long as Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the full-fledged proper version.
I mean, the first level is basically
the design of the levels just isn't as
quite.
I don't know. It's just not as cool. I mean, I still love it, but like Emerald Hill Zone is just a new Green Hill Zone, and it's great. It's Green Hill Zone as a beach, but it's more of the same, isn't it?
Yeah, and I mean the best level in my opinion is Chemical Plant Zone by quite a large margin.
Yeah, that's a great level. That is a really great level.
I mean the environment, all the speed boosters, it's top level.
I mean it's another water level again, but the music's great again. The look of it all, it's a great level.
It's probably Sonic 2's signature level, or maybe Casino.
Yeah, well, they're bringing it back, aren't they? In Sonic Mania, along with Green Hill Zone.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the boss in Emerald Hill Zone's just Robotnik's drilling machine. You can't really fail. It's just, you'd have to be super slow to fail.
Yeah.
Can even attack.
And then
chemical plants is some sort of. I don't know what it is.
He sort of sucks chemicals out of the big vat and drops them on you.
There's these platforms that open up into the water, so that's how he gets you. He knocks you into that.
Yeah.
If you're too slow.
I used to find that really hard as a kid, just because of the platforms. I don't know how, because it's so easy now when I play it.
So yeah, and then probably my second favourite level, Casino. Second or third, Casino Night Zone.
Oh no, you've missed Aquatic Ruin.
Oh. Yes,
I love Aquatic Ruin. That's one of my favourites. I think the music's so great in that level. I mean, again,
there is a lot of levels.
And it's this weird kind of. Yeah. It's this weird kind of like there's water in it, but it's not. It feels like just little ponds that you jump in and out of. Most of it feels above water. It's
not a Labyrinth Zone clone. Yeah, it's
yeah.
So it's like
but then
a forest temple kind of theme with water. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like these old ruins, and they're a bit flooded and overgrown with just greenery.
And you can stay on the top route. I don't know if you know that. You can avoid the water completely, but there's a few ledges, few slightly difficult ledges you have to make. But yeah, you don't have to touch the water.
Oh yeah, I barely go in the water when I play it. I think that's why I quite like the levels.
Sorry for
I like
skipping
that
that
there's
level,
water
guys.
down there.
But yeah, I'm just looking forward to going to Casino Night Zone. Now this is the quintessential pinball level.
Yeah, definitely.
It's got your slot machines. You got these like bumpers, flippers. Even
you know what? For me, up until this point, Sonic 2 is like absolutely outstanding. But it's the levels after this.
Oh, we'll get to them. We'll get to them.
Yeah,
we ain't quite there yet. We're still in 9 out of 10 to 10 out of 10 Sonic territory. Yeah, I'd say. So yeah, Casino Night. Yeah, probably the second signature Sonic level for me. Sonic 2 level, but it was basically Spring Yard Zone done pretty much perfectly, maybe? Pretty much? I don't know. Maybe I'm giving it too much credit. No, it's definitely a huge improvement from Spring Yard Zone. Definitely.
Yeah.
And the boss is like, I don't know.
Well, it's a pinball boss, isn't it?
Is it a flying saucer? I don't know what it is.
Well, it's a pinball machine. You're kind of locked off in this pinball area, and then in comes Robotnik, and you've just got to kind of use the flippers to get him. It's great, and you can get going really fast in that one.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah, yep, huge improvement from Spring Yard Zone, easily. So next up is Hilltop Zone. I hope I'm getting this right. I'm not looking at the wiki page, but I think it is Hilltop Zone. So this is like, I suppose, Marble Zone kind of equivalent. There's this like Loch Ness monster in it. I don't know. Is it a Loch Ness monster? What is it?
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, like, what I was saying before really is it's kind of this point in the game where, for me, this is the first half of the game is outstanding, and then it's the second half.
But this isn't
it just kind of stops being as good.
Is this
and
the
I think
halfway
it's the second
mark
half of the
or
game.
Mystic Cave? It's either this or...
It's roughly, yeah. And I think this is why I don't like the second one as much. It's still really good, but I feel like it's noticeably weaker than the rest of the
I'd put this
trilogy from this.
I'd probably put this lower than Marble Zone, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, Hilltop Zone's alright. I don't mind it, but yeah, I much prefer Marble Zone, definitely.
Oh, we're so controversial. No one's going to agree with us on there. No one's going to agree with us. But
I mean,
it's not bad. Don't get us wrong.
Alright.
It's got like those little Green Hill kind of tunnels, I suppose.
Yeah, and the lava's all fun and everything.
It kind of erupts, sort of. It shakes, a bit like an earth shake, and the lava goes up and down. And yeah.
The boss is a bit of an afterthought in this one, though.
Oh, God.
It just pops out the lava. You can just jump on it and just sit there bouncing on its head till it blows up.
Believe me, guys, I've played these games. My memory kind of ifs out a bit. Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
after that, you've got Mystic Cave Zone.
Now this level, I met a guy who said this was his favourite level. So
I think that's really weird.
But this is definitely where it starts to go downhill for me. 100%.
Yeah, same.
100%. And Mystic Cave is a very dickish level, I think.
Well, that's it. It's there's loads of dead ends designed to make you fall into bottomless pits and things. There's loads of bits that just crush you kind of unfairly.
There's a lot of crushers, and they come out of nowhere. It's not like Scrap Brain Zone where you can see them in advance. They literally come out of nowhere in this level.
And it's just not that great an aesthetic, you know? It's just... There's just something about it. Oh, and there's those bad guys. I hate the little glowing things because you can't.
Yeah, well,
even if you can't get them when they've got the light on. You just go straight through them.
Yeah, and there's that infamous spike pit everyone knows about.
Yeah.
Once you fall down there, you're in deep trouble. In fact, if you're supersonic at this point, you're gonna have to wait a long time.
The boss is quite good though. I'll give it that. With he drills into the ceiling, doesn't he? And all the spikes come down, and
yeah, it's
all right.
Music's pretty good, I suppose.
It's alright. I don't know.
Most people
There's a good
praise the music.
mashup of it and the Inspector Gadget theme online. Should look it up.
Right, now for my least favourite level of Sonic 2, All Ocean Zone.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. This is probably where I'd give it. It'd be a low 7 probably. Maybe low 7
same.
out of 10. 6.5
yeah,
or 7 out of 10 maybe.
To be honest, if when they were making the game, if they gave us the exact same game but they just left this level out, I might even
bumped it up to
have a
10.
fonder opinion of Sonic 2 overall, to be honest.
Did you give Sonic 2 a low 10 or a perfect 10? I gave it a low 10.
Think a low 10, yeah.
9.5, right? That's what I consider a low 10.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Whereas the first one for me is like a full 10, and same goes for Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
So yeah, this level is just a real annoying level. It's just there's these I don't know. There's these enemies that always get you when you go off the screen, and that's going to be another problem in the next level. But All Ocean Zone does that a lot, and I don't know. It's just a bland level. I don't know really how to describe it.
What is the
theme?
Play.
It's weird. It's just not that fun.
It's just an industrial area like Scrap Brain Zone, but it's not as good as Scrap Brain Zone. And Chemical Plant, yeah.
So it's like the second industrial level. In fact, there's going to be another one pretty much coming up.
And there's loads of bits where you just get stuck and you have to kind of figure out where you're going. Is it oil water? It gets really slow.
Or is it actual water? Or is it
I think it's just oil, but yeah.
Yeah, it's like quicksand. If you stay in it too long, you die.
Yeah.
And there's these barrel... I don't know what the hell they are. Oil barrels that launch you all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's these weird, horse... I don't know what they are.
They're like seahorses, aren't they?
They're annoying as well.
Yeah.
And these pink things, they're annoying as well.
Octopus things, yeah.
Yeah, it's just... Every time I play it, I'm just like, ugh, God, I have to get through this crap.
Yeah.
Every time I get to
That's it. It feels like a chore every time this level pops up.
It's not god awful, but it's definitely
it's just
it sticks out as quite a weird.
To be honest, I would rather just skip from Mystic Cave to the next zone, and I'd probably enjoy the game more. Just it just feels like
the next level, Metropolis Zone, it sort of suffers the similar problems. I mean,
for me, I quite like this one. It's a blip. This is a really tough level though. I mean, as a kid, I struggled to get through this one.
There's a lot of enemies that are placed in really dickish positions.
Yeah.
Like you jump and then suddenly what is it? A lobster thing? What the hell is it?
It's like a big crab thing with one massive...
Yeah, and he always knocks you off into like a spike pit or something stupid. It's really...
Yeah.
And I like this one. It's a dickish level, but...
It's tough, but it's like a legitimate challenge. If you know what you're doing, you can do alright on it. I quite like that.
Although I think I gave it I think I still gave it an 8 out of 10, even though it's a super low 8. But I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. But
I remember
it has
as
problems.
A kid, this one really threw me because it's such a tough level compared to the others, and
I don't know. Maybe that's
and I'd only just made it to the end of Act 2, and then Act 3 started, and it's like what? Because all the other zones in this game are 2 acts.
There's a lot of lava in this game, isn't there? It's lava again, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or would you say it's
and that third act totally threw me.
Or is it more
the
like
boss
that,
is great though.
Or is it more like that Terminator 2 lava kind of substance? You get what I mean?
Yeah, like molten metal.
Yeah, it's probably more like that. But yeah. So yeah, it's the longest level in the game, I'd say, and I still like it. It's just the enemies are in a bit dickish places.
Yeah.
What
do you think of the boss
that
though?
Blow up,
they're
kind of annoying, and you're having to climb. I do quite like the the screw thing, and you have to run on it. I do actually quite like that. Although there's one that's really high, and if you get hit by one of the star things, you fall all the way back to the bottom.
Yeah.
That's kind of annoying. The boss is quite unique, I suppose. It's these like spinny, I don't know.
I really like the boss. Yeah, it's like a load of weird illusion versions of the boss spinning around it, and you have to kind of pop them to get to the main boss.
Yeah, I don't.
They brought this boss back a lot as well.
We'll get to that soon. So
yeah,
it comes up again, and then we come after the Metropolis Zone, it's what, a flying level? Yeah, it's Sky Chase. I hope I get this
Yeah.
right. It's Sky
Well, that's
Chase
it.
Zone.
I reckon this is a
Does
big
this
part
really
of why
count as a
people.
level? Does this really count as a level? I don't know.
It's more like an interlude before the Wing Fortress Zone, isn't it? But you're on the back of Tails' aeroplane, and I think this is a big part of why people like this game, because it gets a bit theatrical towards the end. You're like flying out into the sky to chase Robotnik, but I don't know. It always just struck me like
it's very on the rails, isn't it? You can't really
it becomes one of those. It basically becomes a.
It's linear. That's the way of summing it up. It's very linear. You can't really go wrong.
What do they call those games? Like shups, the shoot 'em up things from the old, scrolling.
Oh.
It basically becomes one of those.
I know, but I can't think of it at the top of my head.
Yeah.
The House of Dead ones are like called rail shooters, but I can't. I know what you mean, but it's not coming into my head, I'm afraid. God damn it. But yeah, it's just standard. Well, it's not standard level, but you just keep you can't go anywhere. You can't speed through it. You just have to keep going, hit any enemies that go on the way, and that's it.
Yeah.
There's not much to it. Probably I'll give it a 7. Probably a 7. It's all right. It's not. It's one of the weaker levels for me. I don't know about you, Sol, but
yeah, I don't like it that much. And the same goes for Wing Fortress, to be honest. The thing that follows.
Again,
it's just not. It just
fun
doesn't
to play. Yeah, it's just not that fun to play.
It doesn't look particularly cool. The music's not very compared to it's still good, but
later games
compared to the rest of the game,
versions of it, basically. And it's just I don't know. It's just got these weird. Well, what scratch? Is that what scratch and grounder kind of enemies?
I don't know.
Yeah, if you watch Avengers the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, but the point of it is basically you're chasing Robotnik as he's launching himself into space, isn't he?
And the boss is like
it's the first appearance of Death Egg Zone.
Now, I really like Death Egg Zone. I know it's just a boss level, but
yeah, I do.
I think it's quite a step up from the previous 3 levels.
Yeah, it's so hard, but it's a great
ending.
Yeah, it's such a big epic, and the music is really eerie and.
What is it, like psychedelic techno? I don't know. What is it? What would you say it is? The kind of music.
I don't know. It's kind of.
It's not like I don't know.
It's just kind of creepy. It's almost like
horror music. I don't know. Yeah, and so you first fight what's his name? Silver Sonic. It's not Metal Sonic. It's Silver Sonic. I'd say it's Metal Sonic hadn't existed at this point. It's Silver Sonic, and he's pretty easy. Well, initially he might throw you off guard, but he does have a certain pattern of moves. Like he sometimes jumps, he sometimes spins on the floor.
Yeah. Well, the first time I completed it, I remember I was off ill from school, and I'd made it all the way through to the final. I think it was the first time I ever got through to that zone, and I ended up having to get a bit of paper and writing down like every move he did in order, so that I knew where to jump, and then I'd have to pause it in between each move and. He's going to go left. He's going to go jump this time. He's going to shoot spikes.
And then if you defeat him, you end up on the actual final boss of the game. Now, I really like this boss. Very iconic to me. Anytime I think of mecha robots, this one always comes in my head, funnily enough. But it's very hard, though. I doing it on the Mega Drive, where you can't save states or anything. You've got to do it without fucking up, basically. There's no rings. If you fuck up, you've got to beat Silver Sonic again, and then But thankfully, he does have a fixed pattern. There is a way of doing it. It's slower, but there is a way of beating him pretty much 100% of the time. But it is slower. You basically, what he does is the only time you can hit him is when he crouches forward, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then he quickly shoots his arms, and that's. You can get a second hit in there, but there's a risk he might get you with the glove. So if you only hit him once, then fall back. You won't get hit for sure. But sometimes if you can get a second hit in, but he might get you with a hammer or whatever it is. It's gloves, I suppose. So there is a way of defeating him it took me. I think you know what? I don't think I beat it on my Mega Drive until I was in my early 20s. To be honest, I beat it, but only with like save states. But yeah,
See, I remember beating it. Like I say, it was that day when I was off school, and it was just. It was such an amazing. I couldn't believe I'd done it. You get the little cutscene with him falling from.
Because at this point, I have like
space.
20 lives, and I'm like, God damn it, all my lives are going down on Death Egg Zone. I'm like, shit. And I'm like, come on. And yeah, I was so relieved to actually do it properly. And yeah. Oh yeah, I also forgot to mention this is the first time Super Sonic appears. And getting the Chaos Emeralds actually does something in this game. And you can get...
Well, there's a 7th Emerald, isn't there? Yeah, that's the thing.
You can actually get...
You can only get 6 of them in the first game.
Fun fact, you can get him as early as Emerald Hill Zone, because there's actually 7 signposts.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the special stages, if you have Tails on you, they're like impossible. Tails always hits the bombs. I can never do it. But if I do it by myself, I can get all the emeralds, but with Tails as the computer, I can never... beat all the stages because he keeps hitting the bombs. I can never do it. But if I do it just as Sonic, I can get all 7 emeralds. But Tails just keeps fucking it up for me. I can't do it when Tails is with me. So yeah, Super Sonic. Yep, he's he doesn't have well, he's invincible. You know, he's what, double the speed. He's pretty good. He's
got really fast acceleration as well. I think that's a big part of it.
You can't use him on Death Egg Zone, though. Sorry, guys. I still see my rings. So yeah, alright, let's move on to Sonic. I'm going to start off with Sonic 3. I know it's technically Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I'm going to do it as it was split. So, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. This game, from the day I played it, was always my favourite game. It's never changed. It's still...
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the first half, Sonic 3. It starts off with... It's basically a story game, right? This is the first time the Sonic series is actually story. Would you say that, or a bit cinematic? It's more...
There's bits of that in the early ones. Like I say, when you complete the second one, you know, you see him falling down from space and Tails comes in, and then you get some still images of people looking up into the sky and stuff.
And of
so
course,
they kind of dabbled with it, and at the end of the first one, you get to see, you know, Sonic running, and then he jumps up into the screen and everything.
And yes, we're introduced to Knuckles the Echidna. He's a great character. I know he's been getting a bit of bashing lately, but in his early days,
he was my absolute favourite as a kid.
Well, I think Sonic was always my favourite, but Knuckles...
Really? I think Sonic was my least favourite.
Believe it or not.
Out of the original, because Knuckles can glide and climb, so I always wanted to play as him, and then Tails can fly and swim.
Sonic has to do things the normal way.
Yeah.
So yeah, so the first level is Angel Island Zone, and it's a great starting level.
It's kind of another Green Hill Zone, but it's brilliant. The music's so great, and I love it.
It's a cheerful. Well, is it a cheerful level? Hold on, no. After the
first
that's it.
2 halfway
or 3
through,
minutes, it turns all kind of gloomy, yeah, because Robotnik
it's set on fire.
Yeah, sets the whole. Yeah, I like that. So yeah, it starts off a bit cheery, then you think, oh shit, wow, Robotnik's back to get me, and yeah, I quite like that. So yeah,
it's great.
It's just very aesthetically good. There's swinging vines. There's kind of these platforms that go behind the waterfall. I don't know what the hell they are, but you have to jump on them as they appear, and yeah, you're also introduced to the elemental shields, which really changes things up.
Oh yeah, the lightning shield was my absolute favourite thing to get as a kid. There's a double jump.
The bubble shield
and all the rings come flying to you.
The bubble shield would be useful for the first half, but as time goes on, it becomes less useful. The bubble shield, because all the underwater levels are in the first half of this game.
Well, I remember as a kid, again, it always really annoyed me that you could drown when you had a shield in the earlier games, because it just looked like you were in a bubble, and I like they kind of address that in this and just give you a big bubble to sit inside that stops you from drowning.
And then near the end of Angel Island, there's this like, is it the flying battery that's chasing you to bomb you, or is it a different airship?
No, sorry, that's Sonic and Knuckles, isn't it? Oh wait, no, I see what you're saying.
Do you get what I mean? Just before the boss, you're running, and then he tries.
I think
to
it is, yeah.
Or is it a different airship? I never worked that out if it's meant to be flying battery or not. Well, either way, Robotnik tries to bomb you or whatever. I don't know who's trying. Well, maybe it's Egg Robo. So yeah.
Depends who you're playing as, doesn't it?
Wow. And
when you're Knuckles, it's.
Oh yeah, got to mention that Knuckles is his scenario is completely different. Pretty much most of the time, for a large portion of the game, he has his own routes. Everything is significantly harder with him. Everything, literally. I played through it again like a month ago, and I was surprised.
See, this is the thing. I always played as Knuckles as a kid because I thought it was easier to play as Knuckles because he can climb and glide and everything. But they obviously his jump isn't as high, and all his routes are different. But I don't think I realised that he takes different areas when I was younger.
All the bosses are harder with him. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, until you get to the end, but yeah.
So yeah, he fights Egg Robo. So this is where things get interesting. I haven't worked out if Sonic 3 and Knuckles is set before or after Sonic's campaign. So this is where, like, I don't know. I haven't worked it out if it's before, same time.
Well, I think you fight against Egg Robo instead of Robotnik when you're playing as Knuckles, because I think it's meant to be going on kind of roughly the same time, because Robotnik's off fighting Sonic and Tails.
Yeah, he can't be at the same place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I assumed it was same time or just a bit after.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on to Hydra City Zone. So this kind of is like a faster paced labyrinth zone. Is that the best way of summing it up?
Yeah, it's kind of a modern, sleek labyrinth zone, isn't it?
It's got the tiles. Even the tiles graphics are similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got like the weird, scary faces.
Yeah.
Tiles and stuff. Yeah, it's a great fast Sonic level. It's not that hard. I don't think it's really that hard.
Yeah. I hate the little piranha things you get in this one that latch onto you and then they kind of
eat your rings.
They just eat your rings away until you're on 0 and you die. It's so annoying.
And Tails can swim.
And you can't jump
Tails can
when they're
swim,
on
by
you.
the way, but you can't really lift Sonic. Tails can swim on his own, but if you try and lift him with Sonic, he can't do it. But if you play as Tails on his own, you can actually just swim around and stuff. Knuckles, he can just climb up the walls and avoid all the water parts, basically.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's all these like flume tubes and I don't know.
See, what I always end up doing with Knuckles is just climbing up a wall really high and then just gliding across the entire level, and you can do that pretty much in this level.
Oh, sugar! I forgot to mention the Angel Island boss. It's just this metal tank thing.
What is? Yeah, I can't even remember he shoots fire at you. Is that it?
Yeah, it's some sort of fire machine, and you can fall off the waterfall. It's all right, and yeah, as I was saying, back to Hydra City. Yeah, it's basically just if people moaning about Labyrinth Zone being too slow, then they'll probably love Hydra City Zone. It's like the antithesis. Is that the kind of the word? I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like the complete opposite. And the boss is like this. What is it? Some sort of, I don't know. What is it? It's like fan machine. Is it a fan machine? I can't even. Yeah, basically Robotnik drops bombs on you, and you have to, or do you have to wait for him to come down? Shit, I can't remember.
You can either
jump his bombs, right? Am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah, you can either jump into the blast and be projected into the air
and wait for
attack
him
that
down.
way, or you can jump on the
he comes
the
down,
plume of water that kind of lowers down when he's done using the fan, and jump off that and get him. Or I think sometimes he comes down, maybe. Although I don't know if I remember.
No, he comes down. That's the normal way of getting him. So yeah, and then we come to one of my least favourite levels in the Sonic 3 Knuckles, Marble Garden Zone. Don't know if we got the same opinion.
Yeah, it just really this level just slow. Yeah, it just kills the momentum of the game. It's just slow.
a bit bland,
and
I suppose.
it's so easy to get stuck or get lost as well, just not knowing quite what route you have to take, because it's a real labyrinth. Even though it's like this open feeling thing, you're up in the sky and it feels like you can go anywhere.
Yeah, it's weird. I was never a big fan of this level, even as a kid. I still don't like. Yeah, it's a good level, but it's compared to Sonic 3 and Knuckles' standards, it's definitely lower. It's definitely lower.
And the aesthetic's like a kind of vineyard, isn't it? Like a kind of Greek feel, and it just isn't as exciting as what you normally get in a Sonic game.
There are these spike crushers, and then there's this the boss.
I do like the drilling things, though. They're cool.
Yeah, the drills like mini boss, and then Robotnik's. I don't know. But there's this bit where you have to outrun like I don't know, the floor rises, and if you take too long,
that's quite cool. Yeah, I enjoy
you hit
that.
the ceiling and you get crushed. So and then the boss is
quite brilliant in this level. Actually, it's one of the coolest bosses.
So you have to, as Sonic at least, you have to fly as Tails and hit him in the sky.
Well, like you meet Robotnik, he flies off into the sky, the ground kind of falls down beneath you, and it's this really, really cinematic, cool event for a game that, from the time it was made. And you think, what's going on? And then Tails starts flying, carrying Sonic, rises up from below, and you realise you're doing this kind of sky chase thing, flying after him. And like you say, Tails is carrying Sonic, so the way you're meant to play it really is you kind of jump out of Tails.
If you play as Tails, it gets harder because you've got to hit him from underneath. Basically. It's just a lot harder with Tails, and Knuckles has a completely different boss.
Yeah.
His is like, I don't know. It's on the ground, but it's like Robotnik tries to.
Did you ever play around with debug mode, the cheat on the Mega Drive?
I'll get to that later, Sol. But yep. So after that, we have a kind of change of mood. It goes to a night level, Carnival Night Zone. Now, this level is quite infamous for one reason. It's that fucking bell.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking bell. As a kid, I could never work out to get past it.
I remember being stood on it and just the timer running out, the 15-minute timer counting down, because I didn't know what I was meant to be doing. Because when you jump on it,
you assume, you just keep jumping on it and it will go.
Well, on all the other ones, if you jump on them, they move, and this one moves a bit when you jump on it, so it looks like you're meant to just do the same thing, but for no reason, there's this one thing where you have to press up and down to move it, which isn't how the rest of the game works.
It's very, it doesn't follow the game's rules. It's very unique. It's not really hinted, is it, at all, how to do it? You either know it or you don't. Or you just luck out. And I cannot figure out how I got past that, because there were no internet back then. There was no internet.
I'm sure. I'm sure it wasn't even a.
I don't know. Maybe
I'm sure it wasn't even a problem every. Like, do you have to go past that?
That's the only way. Yeah, there's no way.
Because I remember
Knuckles takes a completely different route, but for Sonic and Tails, that's the only way.
Oh, that might be it. Because the first few times I played the game, it wasn't even an issue for me. It was only later on that it became a problem.
Completely different route. He doesn't.
I think I remember sitting there for maybe half an hour. 2 lives went just from the 15-minute timer running out, and I think eventually I just figured out. Oh yeah, look, I pressed down and that made it move. Fine, I figured it out now.
So, what do you think of the level aesthetic and design?
Well, yeah, other than that, I love this level. Other than that, I think it's really cool. It's interesting.
Is it the Casino Night Zone of the game, would you say?
Yeah, pretty much. It's as close as it gets.
Yeah, it's not quite a pinball level, but there's certain... It's more like a kind of an amusement park, I suppose, in a way.
Yeah, do you know the whole thing about Michael Jackson doing the music for the game?
Yeah, he did... This one, he did Carnival Night. He definitely did Carnival Night Zone.
He's hired, and him and his songwriting team worked on the soundtrack, and no one really knows the extent, because he was dropped, obviously, because there were various allegations against him.
When the pedo charges started happening.
But they no one really knows the extent of what he wrote stays in the game and what's not his stuff. But there's stuff in this level that's basically repeated in his bad album. So it's
Jam. I believe it's Jam.
Oh, Jam. Sorry, yeah,
that's the one. I believe it's.
Yeah.
And you can hear sort of like go, yo, and that kind of stuff. It's very it's kind of in the background. It's
really punchy, cool music though. I love it.
Yeah, and
it perfectly encapsulates the kind of funfair feel it's going for, but then it's got this extra level of energy. And
the underwater sections feel a bit out of place, but I suppose it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. And I love in Act 2 when Knuckles turns off the electricity and it all goes dark. There's a lot of that in this game where halfway through a zone it'll just completely transform the vibe of it. Something will happen and it'll change.
Forgot to mention the Act 1 boss is like quite unique. It's the first time where the enemy has to hurt itself to defeat it.
Oh yeah.
It's like this. I don't know.
You just dodge it enough. That's all it is.
You have to hit it, open it up.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so that it's vulnerable.
And this would come up quite a few times in this game, actually. So this is the first instance where it happens, and then you come to the actual boss, and it's Robotnik in this. I don't know, a lightning machine. I don't know what the hell it is, and he's got this green ball thing, and I suppose that's a magnet or something. I don't know what it is. And the way to get him is he comes down to pick up the ball, and that's when you hit him. Or if you have the lightning shield, you can just hit him from above. And Knuckles, that lucky son of a bitch, doesn't have to even beat the boss. I played it again. Yeah. He just goes straight to the animal capsule. He doesn't even have to defeat it. So he got away scot-free. And so after that, you're launched in a cannon. To probably my favourite level in Sonic 3, Ice Cap Zone.
The opening of this level's so great.
It starts
with the snowboarding down a mountain.
Snowboard, and it's on the rails. There's no way you can go wrong or right. And then eventually you hit a dead end, and you end up in this ice cave. And the whole music, the atmosphere.
The music's brilliant in this level. This was my absolute favourite as a kid, actually.
Yeah, and the first act is this ice cave, I suppose, and there's these penguin enemies. I suppose they were kind of like Pingu in a way, a bit. Well, and there's the return of those rotating spike balls, which are kind of hard to hit. Don't know if they ever disattached themselves, actually. I'm not sure. And and then there's this infinite loop slide. If you can't work out where to get off, then you're stuck in an infinite loop slide. Keep going down, and then you come to the boss, which is like this snowman. Is he a snowman? I don't know what this mini boss is. A snowman? Yeah, I'd say he's a snowman. And he's pretty easy. He has these. Oh dear. Is it okay? Keep talking. It looks like someone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought I had to stop there. As I was saying, it's this like snowman boss. He has these spinny snowballs, and you hit him when he disattaches them. And then we come up to Act 2, which is all outside. Well, for the large part, you can go an underground route, but I tend to stay on the top. If you go on the bottom route, you can actually drown. It's cool. I like how there's two different kind of routes you could take. Like
this is the only level with that weird item in it.
Which item were you talking about?
The like the box with Robotnik on it. This is the only one, isn't it, where that appears? Or is it in some other ones?
I think it might show up in Sonic & Knuckles more, but I can't. I'm pretty sure, in Sonic 3, this is the only time. I can't confirm that, guys. I might be wrong, but there is definitely one in Ice Cap Zone, and then
it's really odd that there's not more of them. I remember when I found that as a kid, I just thought like, oh, okay.
What, did you think it was going to hurt you? Oh god.
I can't remember actually. I can't remember what I did when I first found it. Oh, you know what? No, I'd read about it in the instructions.
Oh, it's actually in there.
Yeah.
Cool. And then,
I forgot that was a thing. That back in the day, you had the instructions with all the items, all the bad guys.
And there are these like springy trampoline platforms. They're pretty cool. And then you end up to the top, and you fight Robotnik, and he's in this like freezer machine. He can actually freeze you, but he's pretty easy. So yeah, I like constantly freezing Tails on purpose. I think it's funny torturing him. So yeah, pretty easy boss. And then you come to the last level of Sonic 3, which is Launch Base Zone. This level tends to get a mixed response with Sonic fans. I like it a lot. It's... I don't know. It's just... It's not bland. It's just... I don't know how to describe it.
I've grown to really like this one, to be honest. When I was a kid, I hated it because I just thought it was boring.
And... Is that what the best way of describing it? Is it a construction site?
It's a launch site, isn't it? They're going to set off the rocket with the Death Egg and project it into space.
Yeah, and there's...
So it's kind of like Scrap Brain and
Metropolis a bit. No.
A little bit, yeah.
Because it's got that, those rotating platforms.
And yeah, I mean, I found it a bit bland and stuff as a kid, but like I say, I've grown to really like this one. I don't really know why, but I've come around to really like it.
It's all yellow, isn't it? It's all like yellow and blue. And,
yeah.
And the first, I still like this level a lot. I don't know. It's a weird one. And the boss is like this spinny thing. I don't know what it is. And Knuckles has to fight too, the lucky son of a bitch. And you have to hit it as like where it basically rotates, and you have to hit it as it's on like the side, I suppose, not at the top of the bottom, basically. And then the second act is like a water level, basically, sort of half water, half land.
Yeah.
And that makes sense, I suppose. It's just more transport tubes. There's these switches you have to hit to change the route, and basically that. And the boss, now it depends if you have Sonic 3 and Knuckles attached or not. It's first this like cannonball machine, and then you get in Dr. Robotnik's egg mobile, and Tails drowns, and you end up... Knuckles tries punching you out of it, and then you end up on this platform, and you fight Robotnik in this like big machine, and then if you play Sonic 3 only, it's some sort of big claw machine? I don't know what it is. You have to hit him in between the spikes and the claw, so you have to precisely get the jump correctly. But if you play as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you skip it entirely. However, Knuckles has to do it again. But if you've got Sonic 3 and Knuckles, you completely skip it. So that's the final boss if you're just playing Sonic 3 on its own. And there's also only Supersonic at this point. There's no Hypersonic yet.
Yeah.
So if you're only playing Sonic 3, you only get Supersonic.
What was it like for you when you first discovered Hypersonic?
I can't really remember, to be honest.
Did you just...
well, I was pissed at first because...
Me and my friend...
Sorry. Basically, I was pissed at first.
I was just going to say what...
Because I lost all my emeralds, didn't I? Because you have to transfer them over, don't you, in Mushroom Hill.
And you can't become
Supersonic again. So I think my initial response, I was pissed, to be honest. I was like, oh, what the hell? But then
I remember just playing it at a friend's house. Because I think... I can't remember if I actually had Sonic and Knuckles for a while when I was younger. I think I was always borrowing it from kids and renting it and stuff.
Yeah.
there was a while when I didn't actually have it. I bought it as soon as I was able to save up, but I think I was playing it round at a friend's house, and we were both we played the game, finished it, but we hadn't discovered all the secrets yet, and we had all the super emeralds, but we didn't know what happened if you got all the. I think we played on Sonic and Knuckles and got all those emeralds in one game.
What do you think of the special
Super
stage?
Sonic, and we'd done the same in Sonic 3, but we didn't realise you could do both and get 14 emeralds, and we had no idea what was going to happen. And then the screen came up with you can now play as Hyper Sonic or Hyper Knuckles or whoever it was we were playing as. And I remember just being blown away.
I mean, I don't know if I would have been about 4 or 5 when I first played this game. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I think I was too young to remember. Maybe?
I think I was only about 4 or 5, but I just remember being absolutely oh my god, Hyper Sonic, oh my god.
And the special
what is Hyper Sonic? He's
more
even
spikier,
faster?
isn't he? He's more spikier, I think.
Yeah, but what's his powers? He's
got that double
Knuckles
jump,
makes an
He's
earthquake.
got that double jump. Is it a double
jump?
Yeah. Or a super
no,
jump?
if you press a jump when he's in the air, it kills everything in the air on the screen.
Yeah, it's a flash.
Yeah, and with Knuckles, if you glide into a wall,
what do you think of the
it
blue
makes an
sphere,
earthquake that kills everything.
Stage? I quite like this blue sphere.
Oh yeah, I love them. They're great. They're really good fun. Again, they're coming back in Sonic Mania.
Yes.
Which I'm really pleased about.
I think I prefer them over the Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 special stages.
Yeah, definitely. They're my favourite one of the lot. Sonic 2 specials, the Sonic 2 levels, they're really iconic, but they're just annoying. They're too hard. Whereas Sonic 1's nice and easy, good fun, but Sonic 3, they're the best ones.
And so then we come up to Sonic and Knuckles, which is the second half of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Mushroom Hill Zone. It's not quite Green Hill Zone. It's got the tropes of a starting level, but it is its own thing. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of got those starting level tropes to it, but it doesn't feel like a Green Hill Zone. I don't know how to describe it.
It's a forest, isn't it? It's green again. It's
pretty easy.
And that's it. It's like a nice breath of catch your breath after launch base if you're doing Sonic 3 and Knuckles as a full whole. I think a lot of people didn't like Sonic and Knuckles because
it's harder.
The difficulty. That's it. The difficulty kind of picks up from the end of Sonic 3.
Mushroom Hill sounds like the only easy level, really.
Yeah.
But it's a great level. There's pulleys, there's dragonflies, there's mushrooms you can bounce off. The boss is sort of unique, I suppose. It's like a woodchucker. Is it a woodchucker?
Yeah. He's chopping wood and throwing it at you, and you have to chase after
the
him.
mines and stuff. Yeah.
That's Act 1, isn't it? And then Act 2, you chase after Robotnik
instead. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great
jumping
level.
over hurdles and stuff. It's good. It's a good level. And then flying battery flies down, and you jump on, and now
this is basically Metropolis Zone done well. I don't know if that's how you say it.
The music this level is amazing. I think Act 2 is some of the best Sonic music in the franchise. It's
a Wing Fortress Metropolis hybrid. Is that kind of the best way to describe it?
Kind of, yeah.
But it's all done
Wing
well.
Fortress, but with loads of things from Metropolis. So those big spinning things that you walk in and stuff like that.
It's a very fast level. Very, and you go outside occasionally, and there's sometimes bottomless pits, and it's just a super fast level. I fucking love it. The Act 2 music, I just love the Act 2 music, especially.
So, like I say, I put that in my some of the all-time best Sonic franchise music. It's amazing.
And the boss is unique as well. The mini boss is this capsule that you can't actually attack. So you have to make it hit its own button. I really like it.
Well, see, it's trying to smack you, and if you stand on its head and then jump away at the last minute, it ends up smacking itself in the head, which I always, as a kid, I thought was brilliant.
And and Act 2 has this, I don't know, it's sort of a Wing Fortress boss, but you actually can't hurt it, you just have to wait it out, right? You don't actually hit it, you just wait it out.
It's the exact same thing from Wing Fortress, isn't it?
You don't even have to hit it; you just have to wait
it
out. And
I say it shoots it because every time the laser fires, it hurts itself again.
And then you come to the real final boss, which is this, I don't know, swingy machine. I don't know what it is. I've never worked out when he swings. He seems to just swing randomly. I don't know if there's a fixed way of doing it, but yeah. I can't work out when he swings so you can hit him. It just seems to happen randomly. I don't know. Maybe there is a way of doing it every time. And yeah, that's all you got to do.
It's slightly different for Knuckles, isn't it? It's roughly the same thing, but it behaves a bit differently.
And yeah, it's weird because it's the only time Knuckles fights Robotnik. I'm not kidding, I checked it, and yeah, it's just a Robotnik sprite. I don't know if it was a mistake or it's
I don't know.
The Egg Robo, but yeah, when I played it on my Mega Drive, it was actually Robotnik. So I don't know if that was just a mistake or it was intentional. Who knows? But it's literally the only time Knuckles fights Robotnik properly. So every other time it's Egg Robo. So it's certainly either a goof or intentional. So then, after flying Battery Zone, you end up spinning out into Sandopolis Zone. Now, how am I saying it right? Is it Sandopolis or Sandropolis? I can't remember.
I'm not sure. I think it's Sandopolis, I think.
So this is the first. This is the first desert level in the Sonic game, I think. Well, at least on the main series. Everyone hates this level. Everyone really hates this level. It's always bottom on every Sonic and Knuckles list. Always on the bottom.
It's all right. I'm not a huge fan, but I like in Act 2 when the ghosts appear and you have to like.
Oh, we ain't got there yet. So first act is all outside. There are these kind of Metropolis crab enemies, sort of, in it. Which they're scorpions, aren't they? That's what they are, right? They're like scorpions that swing their thing at you, yeah. And yeah, it's all set outside, and then the mini boss is unique again. It's this big golem thing. Is it a stone thing? I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it like comes out of the pyramid that you kind of bring out of the ground, yeah.
And the way to defeat it, you can hit as many times as you want, it won't go down. But the way to properly defeat it is to knock it into the sand, the quicksand. And
you just go in the quicksand. I always go and stand in the sand and wait for it, and it'll jump after you.
That's the other way of doing it, yeah. So yeah, another boss which you can't kill the normal way, and then you end up into what most people would say is the hardest level in the game. But I don't know.
I think I don't know. It's pretty tough, but I like it.
So
the music's really atmospheric in these levels as well.
So it starts off, it's a pyramid level, basically, and there's a lot of levers. It's a bit mazy in parts, and it's a lot of strict times. Yeah, there's a lot of strict time bits. And it's not very friendly for new players.
And rising sand as well. You know what? I really like this level. The more I think about it,
I gave it an 8 out of 10. To be honest, I still gave it like a pretty good score. But most people say this is the worst level in the game. I don't think so.
I mean, maybe, but I can't think of a level I dislike more in this game. But I love this game so much. I love all the levels. I'm probably forgetting a level though.
You hit this capsule and the ghosts come out, and you have to hit the light switch. If it gets pitch black, they can actually hurt you. And I don't know if they were inspired by like the Boo ghosts from Mario Brothers, but they have their kind.
They're really weird, aren't they? Because Robotnik's captured them, and you kind of set them free by mistake.
Well, the implication I assumed was they were dead like animals. I know it sounds grim, but that's the implication I got.
Robotnik's captured them or something? Because they're inside one of his things, and then you set them free. And
I think they're dead animals. Yeah, I think they've just been in the capsule so long.
Yeah,
it's kind of dark. It's still a fast level. There's a lot of sand slides, and I think what people don't like about it is there's a lot of, you've got strict time limits.
Got to really, and it's tough platforming. It's not like it's not as forgiving as most Sonic levels are, where you can kind of just get hurt and pick your rings back up and carry on. This one's really, you've got to be precise with what you're doing. You've got to know where you're going. You know which route you're going. It's a proper challenge, this level.
And if you start, if you start as Knuckles, it's already Ghosts in there, so that implies Knuckles got there after Sonic.
Yeah.
So that's the implication there, and yeah, Knuckles has it hard from the start. So yeah, the boss is like, what? I don't know, like a mummy kind of egg Robotnik? I don't know, what is it?
It's like a big Sphinx
statue,
thing.
Yeah, it's some sort of Egyptian statue. And you have to hit him, and he opens up. But if you take too long, he actually does crush you on the wall. So
oh, really?
It is actually timed. But
I've never taken... That's never happened to me. I don't think I've ever...
Yeah, he's constantly moving forward, and it's a dead end, so you can get crushed if you take too long. With Sonic, you've got plenty of time and Tails, but Knuckles, he moves double the speed. So yeah, Knuckles has it harder because he moves twice as fast. So yeah, after Sandopolis Zone, you fall down this pit, and you end up in my favourite Sonic level of all time. Oh yeah! Lava Reef Zone.
Oh yeah, that's a good one, yeah. That is a great level.
Yeah, the first volcano level. Oh well, it depends. Does
it's kind of like a
level? Does Hilltops?
Yeah, it's kind of like a continuation of Marble Zone and Hilltop Zone a little bit, but it's
definitely a pure distinct volcano level. Yeah, it's a pure.
It's like if you took Hilltop Zone and Mystic Cave Zone and combined them aesthetically. But it's so much better than that. It's so much. It's just so fun.
There's a lot going on. Yeah, there's a lot.
Like the music is, it's really gorgeous music. It's a beautiful level to look at. Graphics for when it was, when the game was made, are just outstanding.
Art, yeah, I love it.
Yeah,
there's spike balls. There's difficult platforming sections. There's speedy sections. It has it all. It's
the one level where you really want a flame shield.
Yeah, if you want to get a flame shield, yeah. And there's even like a little, like, kind of Indiana Jones section, like the spike ball comes running towards you. And yeah, the first act is just all lava, and and the boss is, I don't know, it's a weird boss. So it's like this 2 tentacle spinny things and this big hand. I don't know. I don't know if it's supposed to be a Robotnik machine or what. I don't know what the hell it is, but yeah. And then we come to Act 2, which is is the volcano cooled down or something? Is that the whole idea behind it?
Yeah,
I think some sort of crystal.
It goes
crystal
mine. It goes dormant and all the lava solidifies so you can walk on it.
But there's still fire in it. Still flamethrowers and all that. And yeah, and then it's more calmer, I suppose.
That's it. It just feels a bit tranquil.
It's less frantic than Act 1, yeah.
And again, like visually, it's so just lovely to look at. Yeah.
And the music's very calm, and in comparison to Act 1.
Yeah.
And Knuckles has a completely different route, by the way, if you play it on as Knuckles.
Yeah.
And so it ends. Well, it's probably the longest level in the game, right? Would you say? It's quite a long level. Or Sandopolis, it's one or the other.
I don't know. I'd have to play it again. I remember the Death Egg zones being really long, but I can't. I'm probably misremembering, to be honest.
Yeah. So basically, when you end Act 2, Knuckles knocks you off with this boulder into this pit, and this is where the boss actually starts. And
this is such a great
fantastic boss. It's a scrolling screen. So you have to keep moving, and Robotnik's still trying to hit you, so you have to dodge his missiles, and you've got to also make sure you can make these precise platforming jumps, or if you don't make them, you die, basically. So, and then at the end there's this lava fall, and you've got to jump across, and at the end you end up falling down to the bottom of the lava fall, and the real boss starts. And again, it's a boss where you can't defeat it the normal way. It's just a survival boss, right? You just have to last.
Yeah, and it's really easy if you get there's a flame shield right before it. So if you know what you're doing, you get that and jump down and just stand on the lava.
You just jump over the mines and that's it. That's really it. And yeah, after that, we come up to this. What is it, like a cinematic? Is it a story level kind of? It's not.
It's not level. It's not a full-fledged level. It's kind of like a weird little
hidden palace zone. It's just
like can you even die in the level? I can't. I mean, obviously you've got the boss fight, so I suppose.
Spikes. I might be wrong. I think there are spikes. Can't remember.
But it's a really short level, and
it's
there's
like a minute, maybe tops.
And there's a boss fight. If you're playing as Sonic and Tails, you fight Knuckles.
And Knuckles just walk. It's just a walk-in cutscene, isn't it, for Knuckles? Pretty much.
Isn't it? When do you fight? There's a boss fight against Knuckles, isn't there? Is that not this level?
Yeah, Sonic and Tails, Hidden Power.
Yeah.
And in the background, there's this like painting which is foreshadowing Doomsday Zone.
But that boss fight with Knuckles is like. That's a really unique part. That's the only boss in the entire franchise, from what I remember, that isn't like Robotnik's doing. Because everything else is kind of, even when it's like the weird mummy thing that comes out of the pyramid, it still like blows up and.
That's not Robotnik. Isn't that just?
I don't know. It blows up at the end. It's kind of implicit that was a weird robot Robotnik put there and dressed up to look like a mummy.
But maybe you're right. I don't know.
It kind of explodes when you beat it. I don't know.
So yeah, after defeating, if you're Sonic and Tails, you have to defeat Knuckles. If you're Knuckles, you literally just walk on into this teleporter, and So after that, Robotnik steals the whole plot reveal happens, and Robotnik's obviously the bad guy, and Knuckles only just worked it out. He's been working with Robotnik basically the whole time. I don't know if like Robotnik told Knuckles Sonic was after his emeralds.
Did you not have the instruction book that I had?
Maybe maybe on the first week I had the game. Maybe on the first.
It says that because the idea of Knuckles, one of his big character things is that he's meant to be really naive, because Robotnik lands on Angel Island, and because he gets there first, he tells Knuckles that he's there to help stop Sonic, the bad guy, who's here to steal the emeralds. So he tells him that Sonic's this bad guy. So that's why Knuckles is trying to stop him the whole way through the game. And then in this level, he sees Robotnik stealing the emerald. So it's revealed to him that Robotnik's lying to him. Robotnik's just there to steal the emerald. Sonic's actually been trying to help the whole time.
I like the cutscene. I like it. And then Knuckles decides to take you to Sky Sanctuary Zone. For Knuckles,
and if you play the level as Knuckles, you just basically walk into a room and leave again.
It's a boss, yeah. For Knuckles, Sky Sanctuary Zone is the end. He has to fight Metal. Is it Metal Sonic? I don't know. God damn it, I'm so confused. It's some sort of Mecha Sonic.
It's like a really cool looking Metal Sonic thing, isn't it? Yeah.
And
it's not the Metal Sonic from CD. It's like a new version.
And after defeating him normally, he charges up to become Super Metal Sonic, I suppose. And
again, when I was a kid, that blew me away. The idea that other characters could become super.
And the only way
have they ever done Super Robotnik?
I don't know. I haven't played all the latest Sonic games. I can't confirm that, I'm afraid. But so to defeat him, you have to wait for him to run out of power, and he rushes to the emerald again. That's your time to hit him. And so once you've done that, you've beaten Knuckles' campaign. But for Sonic and
the boss music is so just brilliant at the end of these games as well. The final boss.
We haven't got there yet, so still got 3
levels.
This one
has one of them.
Knuckles has the theme, but Sonic and Tails it's only one act, and it's basically like a just go up level, isn't it? You just go straight up. You just got to go up. It's not across.
Pretty much, yeah. But there's bad guys and
egg robots,
things you've got to jump around and spikes. It's like a proper level, but you're going up,
And you can fall off all the way back to the bottom. So not necessarily a bottomless pit death, but you might end up having to repeat the whole section again to fall off. And there's some mini bosses.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah,
They're like
it's a
callbacks. Yeah, they're kind of like callbacks to.
well, it's one. Yeah, it's a boss from each previous game, isn't it? That's kind of
The Green
selected
Hill
to.
boss, the Metropolis one. Yeah, and then you come to the actual boss, which is just Metal Sonic. Normal Metal Sonic, and then there's this cutscene where Sonic and Tails are mad dashing up this tower, and they end up jumping onto the Death Egg. And then we come to, well, technically could be the last level of the game. It depends if you have all the emeralds or not. Death Egg Zone, completely different from Sonic 2's Death Egg.
It's
obviously,
it's a full-blown level now, isn't it? Yeah,
it's not just a boss level. It's I really like this level. I really, really like this level.
I've always found it just a bit of a pain, Death Egg, to be honest. I'm not that into it. I love the gravity.
No.
I love the gravity
it's the gimmicks.
stuff in
That's
the second
why I love
one.
it. It's the gimmicks. It's all the gimmicks.
I love the gimmicks in it. I love the gravity stuff.
What about
I love the laser stuff.
What about the warp tube things?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, come on, Sol. What's so bad about it? Come on.
It's not bad. I don't know. Just out of everything, it just feels a bit. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just feels a bit kind of.
The music's great. Come on, it's very techno.
It's alright. Yeah.
And the boss is this like eye thing. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
And you have to wait for its spinny balls to go down to hit it, and if you try and play it with Knuckles, this is the point where, well, you can use debug mode and play it as Knuckles. This is where you'd be stuck, because Knuckles can't jump high enough to get him, so you can't actually beat it with Knuckles if you do the debug mode approach.
You can, because you can keep going into debug and putting down boxes to stand on, and then jumping off them.
Alright, technically, yeah. I suppose. But if you tried to do legit, you'd be stuck.
Spent a lot of time in debug mode.
And after that, you end up outside the Death Egg, and you're basically outside. I don't know how Sonic can breathe in outer space, but it doesn't really matter.
Because he's supersonic. Oh, you mean before he
he can.
Well, he's not just. I think it's implicit that it's
inside. Is it? Well,
there's some sort of force field or something, isn't there? I don't know. I was just assumed it was.
I just let it slide. I ain't gonna think about it too much.
I never really thought about it. Yeah.
As well, but it's all outside. There's two routes you can take. One route is significantly harder than the other. One has like this conveyor belt, and there's it's real nightmare. It's an upside down conveyor belt, and you have to dodge all these spikes and things, and that's pretty tricky. But the other route, you avoid that, and it's significantly easier. And it's all outside. There's a lot of anti-gravity sections in it. And when you get to the boss, it's this, I don't know, what is it? It's like this robot that you can't normally hit.
It's a giant Robotnik, isn't it, basically? Or do you mean the bit before that?
Not Mecha Robotnik, there's like a sort of like mini boss in there, and the only way you can
where you've got to
make the mines
fiddle with the gravity to make stuff fall on it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's some sort of robot.
It's a robot.
I'll just say that. So the way you have to do it is you have to go through the tubes up and down, and the mines will fall onto it. I think you can spin dash into them as well, to make them go down. And then after that you come to Robotnik properly, and he goes into another Mecha Robotnik kind of suit. And the music is brilliant. And he has this. He has these hands, and you have to spin dash through the hands or the fingers. Well, I usually spin dash through them. You can hit them normally, but spin dashing through them is quicker. And then eventually he.
You mean where you just spin dash and just hold it?
You know his fingers, he has those
until
fingers.
It like tries to crush you and hurts itself.
And then the second phase is Robotnik trying to kill you with the Master Emerald, I suppose. And he has this beam, and If you don't have the lightning shield or hypersonic, it's a bit harder because you only just about can jump over the beam. You've got to time it exactly right.
That's it. You've got to get the timing
It's
spot on. And it's really annoying because
it's really tight.
It's really annoying because if you die here, then you start with no rings, and it becomes really difficult.
So if you have the lightning shield, it's significantly easier. But yeah, regular Sonic is a bit harder. And then after that, he makes a mad dash to escape with the emerald, and that's the end. Well, not quite. Only for Tails. But if Sonic has all the emeralds, he goes on to the true final level of the game, the Doomsday Zone. Now,
well, it's kind of a secret final level. This you wouldn't. There's nothing to like indicate it's there other than that hint.
This level, what a mind-blowing finale! What a fantastic finale level. I can't praise it enough.
I was blown away when I first found it as a kid. When I first got to it, it blew my mind. It was amazing. It's up there.
So the whole premise is Robotnik's making one last resort to escape with the Master Emerald. He's out of options. He's not bothering to attack Sonic. He's just legging it. And so Sonic's like, shit, I'm going to need to get Robotnik. So he turns into Super or Hypersonic, depending. And you've just got to basically chase after Robotnik. And there's this chaotic music, frantic music playing in the background. And you're timed because your rings go down. And you've got to collect rings to stay alive. And there's all these meteoroids that are hitting you constantly. Robotnik's trying to hit you with his rockets, and then you come up to his ship, and to defeat him you have to use his own missiles to hit him, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, they're homing missiles, and you have to like trick them, guide them into going back into him,
and then
because they'll follow you obviously, and if you kind of angle
it's still not over. It's still not over. He does it again. He won't give up. He keeps going, and this is where you really have to boost your way into Robotnik. And yeah, you don't have a lot of time at this point, so you've just got to keep dashing into him. And yeah, eventually he does go down. Eventually, and you get the Master Emerald back. And depending on if you could, it makes the island float back up in the sky. And Knuckles is happy. He doesn't see you as a traitor anymore.
My favourite thing was doing this on debug mode with all the different characters, and when you do it as Knuckles, you end up. You end up with like a blue Knuckles on the island, and it's really weird. It's so odd.
And they've sort of tried to emulate it. In Sonic Adventure 2, they sort of try and do a
loads of games have just done the exact same thing.
But it's never
Sonic
quite
Advance
made it
2 did it.
So the original's still the one for me.
Sonic Heroes did it a bit, from what I remember. Like you say, Sonic Adventure 2 did it.
And yeah, after that, that was, for me, the peak of Sonic the Hedgehog, that game.
Yeah, same.
And so...
And that's the thing, where can you go from there? You've just done Sonic in space. That's the peak. That's all downhill from there.
Well, in between the Genesis games, there was Sonic CD. Is it a side game or a main game? Would you say it's a main game?
I'd say it's more of a side thing, yeah.
And
it's not part of that original series. It was very much made to be its own thing.
It's a weird ass game. It sort of plays like a Sonic 1, Sonic 2 kind of hybrid.
It might as well be a main game as well, I should add. It's not like it's not like a lesser thing. It's obviously, I think it's a full-blown Sonic game, but it's just not... It's like it's almost a different continuity, and like you say, it's kind of got moves from Sonic 1 and 2. And,
Amy Rose is introduced in this game.
And Metal Sonic as well.
And yeah, it's just... So it relies on this time travel gimmick, and to be honest, it's a real pain in the arse to use.
Well, it doesn't really work very well. It's a really cool idea, but it's just not... it's too much of a pain to... Yeah.
I've never really bothered trying to get the emeralds.
No, neither have I. It's too much hard work for what it is.
I've just played for it normally, and
Yeah. The idea is if you're playing it like properly and fully, the idea is you go back in time to, then when you're in the past, you can defeat Robotnik, blow up his bad guys, and if you do it well enough, then when you jump forward in time, you're in a good future rather than a bad future.
The levels are kind of all over the place quality-wise as well. None of the levels. Stardust Speedway is by far the standout.
Yeah, none of the levels are particularly incredible in this one. Stardust Speedway is really good, but mostly for the boss, to be honest. The chase with and the music's great. Tropical Island or whatever it's called. What's the first? Palm Tree Planet. That's it. That's a cool.
It's just Green Hill Zone again.
Yeah.
Really, and Collision
everything
Chaos,
else is just kind of.
It's like this pinball level. It's not.
There's a labyrinth zone rip-off in there.
Yeah. It's just basically lesser versions, pretty much.
Yeah.
And this level called Quartz Quadrant, Wacky Workbench. It's just this big bouncy floor that keeps knocking you up. It's kind of annoying. I
was so disappointed when I first played Sonic CD because I played it on the PC. I didn't have the console it was out on, and I remembered I think I read in Sonic the Comic or some other magazine that it had over 100 levels.
Yeah.
So I was expecting it to be like Sonic the Hedgehog 4, and to be, because I didn't realise it had come out before Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Yeah. I thought it was a brand new game, so I was expecting it to be like Sonic 4 with over 100 levels. And
it's pretty short.
It's not.
It's actually pretty short. It's only like 6 levels or something, I think.
Yeah, and I think what they've done is I think 6 levels, but each of those has got 3 acts, has it? So that's.
But the third act is just levels. The boss. The third act is literally just the boss.
But then I think what they've done is they've counted the past, present, future, bad future, good future as different levels.
It really doesn't make much difference.
And that's cheating because they're not different levels.
It moves the enemies around a bit, but that's about it. That's all it literally does. It's not really.
The music changes a little bit. They look a little bit different, but that's it. Yeah.
It did introduce us to Sonic Boobs. Sonic Boobs.
Yeah.
Oh god. So yeah, it's an okay game.
It's alright, yeah.
I'll probably put it
not
below
as good as
Sonic
the proper
2.
ones.
I'll put it below Sonic 2.
If they released it nowadays as a new Sonic game, throwback to the originals, I think everyone would be like, great, the best Sonic game in years.
I just hope Sonic Mania ain't like that, but I think it's.
I think Sonic Mania is going to be a lot better from the look of it.
I just hope it's more. Well, okay. So moving on. After that, there were some little spin-off Sonic games. Not really worthy of talking, like Sonic R. There's the handheld Sonic games.
Oh yeah, there's so many spin-offs. You'd have to do a whole different podcast on all of them, really. Yeah.
The 8-bit Sonic games, they were basically similar. Sonic 1 8-bit was basically the same, but not as good.
But I mean, the next core main series Sonic game was Sonic Adventure, wasn't it?
This changed, I remember getting the Dreamcast just for this game back in the 90s.
I wanted it for the game, but my mum wouldn't buy me one.
It was quite expensive back in the day. The Dreamcast just died. It only lasted like a year. But its signature game was Sonic Adventure. So on the
Sonic Adventure's got such an unfair rap. These days, people talk about it like it's a crap game, but when it came out,
I've still got my Dreamcast, and I played for it again a few months ago. Yeah, it's got issues, but I mean,
it's not perfect. But when it came out, it got 90%, scores, and everyone was saying it was amazing. And for the time, it was a really cool game. It did a really good job of
mind blowing, believe it or not.
Yeah, modernizing what had come before it was just. I mean, obviously, it's not.
Sonic R was like the first 3D Sonic game, but it's not really a Sonic game, is it? It's just a racing game. I don't really.
Yeah, it's a spin-off thing, and
But Sonic Adventure was the first true 3D Sonic game,
and it was a really ambitious game.
Yeah.
To be honest, they should have just made a straight-up platformer with just Sonic, and it would have been a lot better, I think.
I suppose they wanted to make it longer.
But that's it. They made this weird thing with 6 different characters.
And yes,
and Sonic's levels are great. I think they stand up really well.
Speed Highway is my personal favourite.
Yeah, Tails levels are brilliant. They're my favourites in the game. They're just racing with Sonic in his levels.
Knuckles is just this.
Yeah, Knuckles is rubbish. I was so disappointed when I played it.
Emerald shards.
But that's it. You're in a kind of sandbox.
Sounds, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just like a sandbox area, looking for things that are hidden with basically like a metal detector mechanic, where like you get hotter and warmer as you get closer to them, and it's just not very fun.
Was like a slower Sonic, basically.
Yeah, platforming. Her levels are all right,
and she's constantly being chased by this robot.
She's got a big mallet to attack things with.
And then you have E10 something, E101 or something. E102.
Yeah, his levels are all right. They're kind of shooting platformer stuff.
Really.
It's quite good fun, actually. The mechanics are pretty good there.
And then we come to dead last with Big the Cat, the clear thinker.
Well, that's because they had a fishing rod peripheral that was sold for the Dreamcast. No.
The guy who did Duke Nukem. He's basically a retarded Duke Nukem. That's the best way of summing up Big the Cat.
But like the whole point was Sega had made this fishing rod controller. So they were trying to make games that used it, because there was Big Bass Fishing, and that was it. And they were like, right, we better put some fishing in the Sonic game just to sell it.
It's just such a drag to get through his campaign.
Well, that's it. And nowadays you can't even no one even plays it with that controller anymore. Most people play it on the GameCube or something like that. So you've not even got the fishing controller. It's such a pain. His levels are like a tiny bit of platforming until you get to a pond.
It's just a big pond in it, and that's
then you just sit. And then you just sit at the pond for like an hour waiting for this frog to.
And he doesn't always bite it. It's just luck, pretty much. Yeah, he's by far the worst thing about it. But the hub worlds, it introduced this like hub world kind of thing where you walked around like the streets and you were trying to find the entrances.
Oh yeah, the whole plot in this game. This is the first really plot-driven Sonic game, and it's the voice acting, the writing. It's dreadful. It's really bad.
Voice acting, very bad. It's just Japanese voice people can't get good voice actors. Resident Evil suffered the same problem. They just can't seem to get good voice actors.
Really weird.
I don't know why. And the final boss, if you beat every campaign, is Perfect Chaos.
And it's very similar to Doomsday Zone, how it works, but obviously you're not in space.
What is it? It's like a big serpent dragon.
It's a big, made out of water, kind of.
And
it's big, because throughout the game you're battling this thing.
In the Dreamcast version, he gets a bit of a makeover in Generations, which is a bit better. But yeah, he's a bit lame, to be honest. I suppose at the time it was quite cool.
Yeah, I remember it being quite cool.
Dated.
Yeah.
When I played him.
But I think when it came out, I think Sonic Adventure was a really solid attempt at making a 3D game in the franchise, and I think it's very unfairly remembered by a lot of people. I think the fact that they released it on the GameCube, Sonic Adventure DX, and it was basically they updated the graphics a little bit, but didn't do much
it runs at a smooth
to
frame rate.
fix.
On the Dreamcast, it's not smooth, by the way. It's a bit laggy on the Dreamcast.
Oh, right.
But so they fixed the frame rates.
Yeah. I played it a lot on the Dreamcast, but
it's not quite as
I only properly completed it on the GameCube. But I think it's got a lot of bugs.
It might be
and
just
a dodgy
me,
camera.
but it might be a bit less buggy on the Dreamcast. It might be just me. I don't know why. It just feels a bit less buggy on the Dreamcast. I kept falling through the floor on the GameCube version. I don't know why.
Oh, really? Well, that never happened to me.
It's just really weird. I just kept randomly falling through the floor. Whereas on the Dreamcast, it hardly happened. It happened maybe once in a blue moon, but...
But then they followed that up with the...
Sonic Adventure 2.
The proper, really refined what worked there. I think Sonic Adventure 2 is a great game.
It marks the 10th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog. It came out on the 10th anniversary, and it completely scrapped the hub world and went straight into just the levels. Right, it was cutscene level.
Yeah,
right? That was.
And they got rid of the 6 different styles of gameplay. They stripped it down to just 3.
And they
you still had 6 characters.
They were
but
in between.
You had kind of a doppelganger thing going with like a good guy and a bad guy, and they both have the same thing. So you had
2 sets
Sonic's levels and Shadow had basically the same sorts of levels, and they were again really good platforming levels.
Shadow's
really good fun.
Radical Highway, yeah, it's a really good level.
Yeah, and then you had the E10, whatever he was called, the robots levels were given to Tails and Robotnik, who you could play as
Robotnik,
for, I think, the first time.
Yeah, Robotnik, it makes sense. But Tails, I don't know, did he...
Tails was just so annoying, because when you go in the Chow Garden and you could play as him properly, it was like, oh, I wish I could just do this in a proper level.
And then we come... so yeah, it basically...
And then...
Well, it's...
You're in the aeroplane from the earlier games, but walking around shooting people. It's become like a mecha thing. You shoot things. There's still really good fun levels.
This game is very story heavy, isn't it? It's very story. They really try and tell a story in it. And Dr. Robotnik is a bit dark in it, actually.
There's some good stuff in the story as well. It doesn't work. Like it's not very well written, but they tried. But there's some good ideas in there.
I mean, like Robotnik pretty much sends Sonic to death. Because he has the fake emerald. He blows up
half the moon.
he has the fake emerald. He knows Sonic's got the fake emerald, and then he just knocks him into the capsule and then sends him off to Earth to die. It's quite dark stuff. And Tails is like, "Oh, I'm gonna get him. You killed Sonic." He's like, "I'm gonna get."
And the only real downside in this game, I reckon, is that they brought back the same levels for Knuckles.
Yeah, Knuckles
and Rouge the Bat has the same thing. So it's these bullshit levels hunting emeralds. It's so annoying because again, you just wish, like, if they just gave Knuckles some platforming to do.
He's
like
massive as well.
Yeah. If they just let him platform like Sonic does, it would be so much fun.
Yeah.
But
nah, I don't like the... Rouge has some of the worst levels ever.
Well, that's it. His and her levels are just chores that you have to get through to get to the rest of the game. I hate it, yeah.
It's just really annoying music.
You have to that's the other thing,
planets you can't get off.
That's the other thing. The Sonic Adventure 1 and 2,
it does sort of foreshadow Super Mario Galaxy, though. It's kind of like a prototype of Super Mario Galaxy. But yeah, it's a real annoying level.
The music in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 actually is really interesting, because again they tried to have like distinct styles of music for each character, which was a really cool idea, but it's a shame they didn't do a better job of it. So Sonic's got this kind of rock heavy J-rock kind of stuff, Crush which to be fair like works really well. It really suits him. And Shadow's pretty much the same. Then Tails has got kind of throwback music to it's kind of more traditional Sonic almost, but just modernized, which is really good. But then Knuckles has got like hip hop, and it's really bad. It's like these really crap raps that loop and over.
Is that intentional? I don't get it.
It's so weird. And I want to know who the people recording the music were, because they've hired rappers, and you've got all these people like doing these raps where they're like, "Yo, it's me, Knuckles, here to say," and it's just really bad.
And then Rouge's music. What is it like? Girly kind of spy music? What is it?
It's almost like kind of samba-y stuff from the '60s. The kind of it's really weird, but it's kind of modernized, but it's odd. It doesn't work.
And then did you ever do the KO Gardens? Because that was kind of a big thing, like raising.
Yeah, I loved all that. Yeah, I thought
it's
it was
weird
really
they never reintroduced it in later Sonic games. Really, this is the last time it's really used.
They're in some of them. They're in Sonic Advance too.
But they're not quite as in depth as Sonic.
It's more of a Tamagotchi thing there.
Like, you don't have karate or... Oh, by the way, KO Karate isn't in the Dreams version. It isn't in it.
Yeah, they added that, I remember.
That's in Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked that.
I think... Yeah, it's weird, they've kind of dropped them, haven't they? I think there's... They still pop up in like the background.
Why not make it a mobile app? It would make money.
Oh yeah, it would. That's a good idea, yeah. There's that Omo Chow thing.
If Sega need money, all they'd have to do is make a KO app and they'd get loads of money.
Didn't Omo Chow come back for Sonic Generations?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I hate that little thing.
Right,
hate it.
Let's speed through this a bit because we're clocking up quite a bit of time. Believe it or not, oh dear, sorry about it, Sol. Sonic Heroes. So
yeah, well, this was a
first
weird
mixed bag Sonic game for me personally.
Yeah. Well, this was basically Sonic Adventure 3, which I still wish they'd make. But they obviously thought, let's try something experimental and different, which I think, yeah, good on them for trying.
Yeah.
But the problem with Sonic is they're always trying really innovative new ideas, but they need to stop and refine what they're doing before they try weird new stuff.
Yeah.
So it just didn't really work that well.
So this team gimmick, I mean, do you need all 3 cats, or can you kill 2 off and beat the whole game?
Yeah. Well, that's it. You play as 3 people at once.
Power,
that's such a cool idea on paper. You're playing as
yeah.
And so you've got Tails' ability to fly, Knuckles' ability to beat people up, Sonic's ability to run fast, all combined.
And not to top that off, there's other teams, isn't there? There's like Team Enemy or something.
Shadow and Rouge and all these other characters.
Does it make a difference at all? I don't know. I've only played as Team Sonic. Does it really make a difference? Gameplay? Are the cutscenes slightly different, maybe?
Yeah, the cutscenes are totally different. Yeah. Oh. They've got different stories each team.
And
don't you need to do all of them to unlock the big supersonic bit at the end?
Well, that's the thing. I never probably finished it.
Well,
I just couldn't be.
I think you have to play as everyone.
Every team again.
From what I remember.
So I did it with.
And there's a big super thing where like all 3 characters go. It's basically Doomsday Zone, but with 3 characters at once, and it doesn't work very well, to be honest.
To the game's defense, it has a first 3D casino level. I mean,
there's one in Sonic Adventure, isn't there?
But it's not. It's basically just collect loads of rings and you finish. It's not really a proper level. There are pinball matches, but this one really is a proper casino pinball level. So yeah, that was kind of a standout, but
I mean it's a decent enough game. I enjoyed playing it, but it's nothing compared to the other games.
I remember the later levels being frustrating, but
it's kind of the beginning of the end for Sonic.
Let me see what's after this then. Is it Sonic 06?
Again, there were a load of spin-offs. There was the Shadow spin-off. Then there was Sonic 06. I never played that one.
Sonic 06. Oh, this is...
Well, no, it wasn't. It was only on.
Is it because of the bad reception? So I'll admit it.
No, it wasn't on the. They didn't release it on the Wii, and I only had a Wii at the time, so I couldn't play it.
PS3, didn't it?
Yeah, but I didn't have one at the time.
You can get it for
I've got one now.
You can get it for like £1 in game.
No, it's quite expensive.
Really?
I keep looking it up. Second hand, it's like 7 quid maybe, and when you can get like Uncharted 3 for like 50p.
Well, you know what?
I'm going to play all those good games first.
This is the favourite punching bag Sonic game, and you know what? I gave it a 6 out of 10. I didn't think it. I think it's a very mixed bag. It's clearly a rushed out game. It introduces the hub world system for Sonic Adventure again.
Oh no!
And the graphics are pretty hit and miss.
Doesn't he kiss a human at the end or something?
They try to be darker and edgier in it, and it doesn't quite work. But like,
and there's another Shadow as well. There's like a white Sonic this time.
It's really all over
with like a Jamaican accent.
It's initially quite frustrating, but after a few trial and error times, you get used to the levels, and it's not too bad. But the first playthroughs, it's really frustrating. But then once you get used to where like, I'm going to fall off here, I can jump over here. It's going to be a bottomless pit here. There's going to be some spikes. Once you know where everything is, it's all right. So
I will play it at some point.
I'll warn you, on first playthrough, it might be a bit infuriating. But once you get used to the level layouts, it's not too bad. The real chore is S ranking everything. Oh
god. Well, that's.
So if you die in the level, you won't get the S rank. You've got to beat the level without dying once, and some levels take about 10 minutes to beat. It's not.
That's fair enough, though, isn't it? S rank's basically a perfect
of the game for me, and I don't know how I did it.
You don't need to do the S rank, do you? To
shit, I can't remember. I'm gonna assume no.
I never did all the S ranks on the other games. It was way too hard to do it on Sonic Adventure 2, for example.
Oh god, if you thought Sonic Adventure 2 was difficult, wait until you Sonic 06. I think you just get a trophy out of it. I think that's all you get out of it. But I did it.
I gave it a good try in Sonic Adventure 2 because you unlock Green Hill Zone, but I never did it because you had to do it on every mission.
Level. There's a lot. There's a lot, and so you have to get through each character's campaign, and then you unlock. I think that is. I hope I'm right about this, but yeah, I think you just beat every character's campaign, and then you get the true final level. It's called like the end of the world, and basically, oh gosh, do you want me to spoil it or not? I don't know, or do you want to?
I don't know.
I'll just spoil it.
I already know. Yeah.
Basically,
I don't think the plot's probably
one of these characters kills Sonic, and the only way he can be revived is finding all the emeralds. And you play as each character. Do you remember Cannon's Core from Sonic Adventure 2? Is that the way you constantly switch characters?
Oh, it's quite cool how they do that there.
Yeah, it's kind of like
it's not done as well as it might be, but it's a cool idea, yeah.
Imagine there being all these bullshit instant death black holes everywhere.
Right.
And if you touch them, you die no matter what. And they just pop out of nowhere.
Who can you play as in that game? Isn't it just Sonic Shadow and that other one?
It's
Silver.
some sort of psychic, Sonic. And then you play as these minor characters occasionally, like Knuckles.
Oh, you play as them, okay.
And Tails randomly.
Oh, I didn't know you could play as them.
Yes,
that's cool.
But it's just a really frustrating final level. It's just these black holes randomly appear out of nowhere, and if you take too long, more and more come, and if you touch them once, you die, and sometimes they conveniently block your way out, and it's just really frustrating, really infuriating final. And then you get the emeralds to revive Sonic, and then you beat Solaris or something, if I recall, and he's the true final boss. I think it's a space level again. I really like doing that.
Yeah. And then what was after? Was it Sonic
and I forgot
Unleashed
to
after
mention,
that one?
It's weird. It's a weird tone of game because it's got like demons in it and stuff. It's a really weird tone Sonic game. Yeah. So after that, it's it's more spin-off games. Sonic and the Secret Rings. I played that. I don't know if you played that.
Yeah. It got really good reviews, and I picked it up, and I was annoyed with it because I thought it was rubbish. Then I played it long enough to the point that I kind of got it, and
initially it was just rails, wasn't it? It's just on rails, basically.
Yeah, you kind of just press it. He runs automatically, and you have to kind of jump, press left, press right,
turn and stuff.
And once I got into it, initially it's all right. It's not, but it's not. It's a spin-off. It's not a proper Sonic game.
And then we go to there's not really much to talk about. It's Arabian Nights in it. It's kind of the thing. Yeah. And
it was the start of this Sonic the Hedgehog storybook series that they did Sonic and the Black Knight, and then they cancelled the series altogether.
There's another game in between that, Sonic Unleashed. Oh god. Oh, this is a bad one for me.
Well, that's a proper core game, isn't it?
Oh, that was
weirdly.
I never finished it. Did you?
I never finished it, but I don't think it was that bad. Sonic's levels are brilliant.
I played it on the Xbox 360, but I don't know if it's different on the Wii.
Oh, I don't know. I played it on the Wii, but the classic Sonic levels were really good fun. They were like proper. The 2D stuff was great. The 3D stuff worked well enough. I really enjoyed Sonic's levels. It was that fucking werehog. That werehog ruined the game, and I never finished the game because I got to a werehog level near the end that was so hard and just stupid and broken.
That there were more werehog levels in the Xbox 360 version than daytime.
Were there?
Level. I think there were. I think there were like double. And they lasted.
Did you have all the proper Sonic levels though?
So it went like daytime, and then like 2 werehog levels, then daytime, then 2 werehog levels, and it was saying.
What? Why? That's so stupid. I think on the Wii it's like one, then the other, then one, then the other.
Sega just wanted to push the werehog gameplay, but it was a really bad mistake.
That's really stupid.
And
on the Wii version it's 50-50, and the classic Sonic stuff's really good.
Yeah, because if you look at the Wii reviews, the game was quite favourable, but on Xbox 360 version, there were more werewolves, and it just really.
It's annoying if they put a game out that was just classic Sonic levels, it would have been like really well received.
Well, they learned from that later on, thankfully. But it's just I never finished it.
I never
had enough
finished
of the
it. There was,
levels.
yeah, no, I was the same. I got to, there's one werehog level at the end that's so broken and hard and stupid that I
don't
just
even
gave
know
up.
if I can force myself to finish it, to be honest. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, no, I've given up on it a long time ago. But I really enjoyed the Sonic levels, the proper levels in it.
Yeah, and then we come up to the second storybook one, Sonic and the Black Knight. I never played it, can't comment.
I never played it.
So yeah,
I thought it was a cool idea, but it got really bad
I heard
reviews.
it's because it mainly relies on the sword gimmick, but I don't know. Maybe it's
and everyone said that was such a bad gimmick, but I thought that sounded like quite a cool idea, to be honest. If you're doing this weird storybook thing, then why not? You know.
And after that we have Sonic Colors. Now this is the first Sonic game to get genuinely good reviews, actually, for quite a while. It got like 8s and 7s constantly, so
it's all right. Have you played it?
Yeah, I never finished it though.
It's okay. Like
there were these weird comic relief robots in it, if I recall.
Oh god, yeah. The whole tone was really cartoony and comic with like cutscenes and stuff. But
what about the actual gameplay then?
It's all right. Like it's.
I remember it being these like wisps and.
Yeah, the wisp stuff's really good fun actually. There's these things you collect and they let you have like special powers for Sonic, like you can drill with one of them or fly with different, patterns and stuff. But they're.
You actually finish it?
Yeah, but I really have to kind of force myself. It's. Is
it robotic?
Yeah. It's just kind of, it's solid platforming, and a lot of it was really good, but it just felt a bit uninspired. It wasn't as good as the Sonic levels in Unleashed, from where it wasn't as good as that. It was kind of just very bland platforming, with moments of brilliance dotted around.
In defense, it does look quite colourful.
It's not a bad game at all. It just it's not particularly special, and I think the fact that you didn't finish it and I really had to force myself to finish it, I couldn't be bothered with it really. But
fair enough.
It was short enough that I kind of just thought, I'll make myself do it.
I think here's a Sonic game we can all genuinely agree is well praised. Sonic Generations.
Yeah, that was the first truly great Sonic game in a while.
Yeah,
best one since Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, that's where Sonic Team realised, so they looked at Sonic Unleashed and they went, okay, the daytime levels are the highlights, so we'll make pretty much the bulk of the game be that. And that's what Sonic Generations pretty much is. And obviously...
with a load of like nostalgia as well.
It feeds on nostalgia, yeah. But they also implement the story into it, don't they? It's like Sonic's birthday...
Yeah.
And I don't know, get sucked into these.
It's a weird story that doesn't make any sense. Where like old school, because they acknowledge the fact that Sonic's like been going for 25 years, but he's still like 60 years old or something. It's really weird.
And yeah, he bumps into modern Sonic and classic Sonic, and they're two types of gameplays. Modern Sonic,
classic Sonic's like 2D platforming, like the old Mega Drive games, but updated with new graphics, and modern Sonic's
plays like, Sonic Unleashed, plays like more like Sonic Unleashed levels.
Well, the 3D bits from it,
and it's solid. It's rock solid, I think.
And that's it. It's 2 acts for each zone. One's classic, one's modern, and then there's a boss, isn't it, at the end?
It's pretty short though, isn't it? That's really the only downside.
But that's it, it's really short, and the biggest problem is that
they pad it out with these side missions.
Only the first world is the good stuff. Everyone was thinking, oh brilliant, we get to revisit all the Mega Drive zones in 3D.
No,
there's one zone from Sonic 1, there's one zone from Sonic 2, there's one zone from Sonic 3, and then you're into Sonic Adventure and Sonic Colors and Sonic Unleashed, and like no one cares about those.
I don't remember them being that bad.
No, they're good fun. It's just like, if
you ask me, I know
wouldn't you rather do like Labyrinth Zone and
there were no underwater levels really like, were there? There weren't really.
Well, I just think it would have been so much better if they just did the entire
Labyrinth
Sonic the Hedgehog, the first game, or like nothing but levels from Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah. It's certainly So,
I get why they did the way they did, but I just think it would have been better if they had a bit more old school stuff in there. Because certainly no one needed like Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 in there. No one needed like.
I don't mind that level actually. Crisis City is one of my highlights, believe it or not.
They all play alright in Sonic Generation. It's just they don't have the same magic appeal. It's not like you get the classic. To be honest, most of it is like you might as well be playing the level again because it's kind of similar enough to like when you're doing a 3 version of the when you do like modern Sonic's version of the level from Sonic Unleashed, it's just basically the same level again.
And what's the boss? It's like some sort of time demon thing? I don't know what the hell it is.
Oh, the final boss in Sonic Generations is awful. It's awful.
It would be quite frustrating. But,
yeah, it's properly like broken, buggy, doesn't control properly. It's shit final boss. So really let it down.
Yeah. And then after Generations, we come up to a mixed bag game. I never played it, Lost World.
It's not great. I've played the demo.
It looks like Galaxy. Is that my wrong to think that Super Mario Galaxy?
Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest, it looked kind of like they were doing a. It felt really like a. I mean, I've read that they weren't doing this, but it felt like a really conscious decision to try and do Sonic. Was it Sonic Extreme, that cancelled game that never got finished? Yeah, it looked a bit like that, but it's just not. It's not very good. I like I say, I played the demo and it wasn't bad, but it was just so bland. The actual like platforming, it was some really cool visuals and ideas,
I like the cartoony visual,
but it's just not very fun to play.
And there's these set of new characters. I can't remember what they're called now, but
the demon-y bad guy things,
Deadly Six or something, so and that's basically all the main Sonic games, I think. After that, it's Sonic Forces, supposedly. Which
coming out. I don't know how to feel about it.
Is it going to be like, I don't know.
Well, it's kind of.
Is it modern Sonic?
It was pitched as Sonic Generations, but they're new levels. They're not old classic levels. But it seems to have evolved into something a bit more different. Like there's a third play style, so classic Sonic and modern Sonic are both back. but it's because Sonic Generations was like a weird, like almost it felt like a non-canon celebration game, and it's weird that they're carrying that on in like the proper story of classic Sonic and modern Sonic being like two different things. It's really weird.
I think there is a game we should mention, Sonic Boom.
Christ, Jesus. I've only played the 3DS version. Again, I played the demo. Shite.
Not necessarily because of the game, it's because of a certain individual who trashed all the copies of Sonic Boom. Christian Weston Chandler.
Yeah.
He went nuts.
Yeah. His arms were blue.
And he kind of gets mentioned in one of the Sonic Boom episodes. Oh, I forgot to paint the arms blue. Oh, God. Yeah. I never played it, though. But
it's really bad.
Really bad.
It's really bad. It's just really... It's way more like old school platforming. Like it's more like a 2D Crash Bandicoot or something like that, and it's just not very good.
Awful. Why do they look so weird?
Oh, I don't know. They're going to do a distinct new take on it. I thought the new Sonic Forces, when they said there was going to be a third play style, I thought it was going to be Sonic Boom Sonic.
Yeah.
But thankfully, it's not. It's some weird create your own character thing, which has come out of nowhere, basically. Really weird.
And
but whatever, I'm sure it'll be fun. It looks kind of like Sonic Colors, the third play style, to be honest.
Oh god, there's not another Sonic Boom game coming, is there? No, oh thank god, there won't. Oh,
two, haven't there? I think there is another.
3 actually on this. Oh god.
Oh yeah, well yeah, there you go. That's.
And finally we come up to current day, which is Sonic Mania, which is coming out this month. It looks like it's a game made by the fans, right? It's actually made.
It looks amazing. Yeah, we've missed actually.
Oh, so it was more. I've missed, aside from the
it was more of a spin-off than a proper one. But a few years ago they made Sonic the Hedgehog 4,
Ah.
announced it as like the idea was.
Well, on the Wikipedia,
This is what everyone.
It's not considered a main game, but fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll mention
No,
it.
I'm saying it's more of a spin-off, but my point is
I
it's
think
kind
most
of
people
leading up
try
to
to
this.
forget about it.
Yeah.
But
and it's just.
It's a mixed bag for me, I think.
Well, it was pitched to us as like this is what everyone wants. You want a classic 2D Sonic game reimagined. We're picking up from the end of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Yeah.
And then they released it, and it was just this really clunky.
I remember the physics being pretty bad. I don't.
Yeah, the physics are awful. It's not the worst game in the world. If they'd released it as like.
All right. Yeah, you're right. It's not.
If they'd released it as like. Well, if they released it as like Sonic Advance or something like that, if it was just like put out as a new Sonic game, it would probably be alright, but it's because Sonic the Hedgehog 4, it had so much to live up to.
And it's the levels are just, rehashes, right? So
yeah.
They're not even trying, they're just...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just all no
And Sonic Mania looks like the perfect antidote to that. I think if they hadn't already made Sonic 4, they would have just called this one Sonic 4.
Yeah, Sonic Mania should have been Sonic 4, yeah. That's basically
because it's like the same old sprites. It's Christian Whitehead and that lot who did their remakes of the classic game. It's brilliant. Like they're such good.
I suppose they're worthy of a mention. Yeah, they remade the games on Android and
basically just making it so you can play as Tails and Knuckles in the first Sonic game. And
I do wonder if Sonic Mania is the reason why there isn't been a Sonic 3 and Knuckles port, but maybe
they pitched it to Sega, I think, and they didn't want it for some reason.
Oh.
But
Sonic Mania. This is the big one. I think this should be getting pretty good reviews. Hopefully.
I think it's going to be I think it's just going to be more of the same, which is exactly what we want.
Most will say it should have been what Sonic 4 should have been. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's, and it's got its own levels, right? It's not just rehash levels, is it?
It's mostly. I think it's mostly original new levels. Green Hill Zone is like the first level, which is a really cool idea, just to like
get you back in.
Give you more of it. But it's not the same Green Hill Zone, obviously. It's the same zone, but new levels within that zone. New areas, new mechanics. And plant zones coming back.
But they're the only... I thought it was Flying Battery. I'll have to check now.
Chemical Plant's definitely in it. I don't know if Flying Battery is as well.
And then there's Studio Polis Zone, yep.
Yeah, and there's a kind of Wild West zone that looks really cool.
Yeah, I really like the art style. Yeah. It's old school, but it's still kind of modern.
It's exactly like the classic games, except with the power behind it, hardware that they can like do really elaborate stuff and have like hundreds of sprites on screen at once and things like that. They can do more impressive stuff, but it's basically the same as the old games.
And
the classic, the Chaos Emerald levels are kind of like the ones in Sonic CD, the UFO, but redesigned to be less awful.
I'm looking at the Wikipedia page and it says it's set after Sonic and Knuckles. So maybe they're trying to retcon Sonic 4.
I think so, yeah.
This is going to be the big one. If this turns out to be shite, then
it won't be. There's no way. I've watched enough gameplay of it to see it's exactly what everyone wants. I cannot wait to play it.
It's not like movies, trailers are good and it's shit, but gameplay footage looks promising, and the physics are spot on.
Well, that's it. It's exactly like the old stuff, from what I can tell, except that like a few little extra moves and mechanics have been tweaked, and there's a few bits from Sonic CD in there that weren't in the other games, but it really looks like the best of both worlds.
And so when are you gonna get it then? You haven't got the console for it yet? Oh.
I don't know.
I've already pre-ordered my copy. Oh yeah, PS4, and yep.
I can't wait.
I think it would be quite good on the Switch, but you don't like the PS4 controller that much, do you?
I don't know. It's like the PS3 controller.
Yeah, it's just a PS3 controller, basically.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean,
could you play a Sonic game on that? You said you
not
had
as
problems.
good as. Well, yeah, I don't like playing the first game on the PS3 compared to my favourite way to play the classic games is on Sonic Mega Collection GameCube. The GameCube controller is a thing.
I love the GameCube controller.
Ergonomic beauty. It's amazing.
They've never had a controller like that again, have they?
Yeah, not quite.
Like the
Xbox, They did basically with the
Does the Switch really have
the Wii had
that was a remote, wasn't it? That weren't.
The Wii, you could plug the GameCube controller into it and use that.
So.
And the Wii U had the Nintendo Pro controller, which is amazing as well. Actually,
it's one console I never had a go on. The Wii U.
Like I said, the Pro controller on there is basically a GameCube controller, and it's really good. And the Switch has a Pro controller that's pretty much the same.
It would be a great game to play on the go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's all the Sonic games. Well, the mains covered. If we went through all the side Sonic games, we'd be here forever, and we've already gone over 2 hours.
Literally hundreds of them.
So I think I'm going to call it a day here now. So yeah,
cool.
I'm going to. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our podcast. It was my first time doing this. I hope it isn't too shaky on the quality side. But yeah, thank you, Sol, for joining me as your
no problem
guest. Maybe you'll appear again in future podcast episodes.
Yeah.
And this is Tom Patten. I go by my gaming username AdrenalinDragon, and Sol goes under Cybertermit or solmaquina nowadays, if I recall correctly. So yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you later on the ADrag TV channel. If you'd like to check out Soul House's podcast show, it's called Diminishing Returns. You can find it on SoundCloud, iTunes and YouTube. It's basically him and 2 friends talk about movies and pitch their own ideas for sequels. I suggest you check it out. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you later. I'll be dead, before you get the best of me. I feel no dread, standing there in front of me, there is no